Hello everyone, Had here, and we are back in Disco Elysium and back to streaming after one day break. Yeah, I think without further ado, let's jump right back in to this game. Also, one important thing that I forgot to mention, in Europe now, that's where I live, there was a time zone change, and we changed from the CEST time zone. CEST stands for Central European Summer Time, I think, to CET time zone, and it's 1 hour earlier. So now I will, I will now. When I will be talking about starting times for my stream right now, I will be using the CET abbreviation, not CST. So that's just a quick note to that. If you are in a different time zone, it could be impacted. It's technically my streams are now 1 hour earlier than they were, but I think I will get used to it. And also, I updated my Twitch extensions, so everything is right there, and I think also in Twitch schedule, but I will double check it after the stream. Yeah, and that's it. Let's continue our Disco Elysium adventure. And again, if you want to participate, then just say so in chat, and I will, enable voting for dialogue options, and for my roll chances, you can impact also those. Yeah, we are connected to the Twitch integration, so it shouldn't pose any problem. And that's it. We will be back in Football Manager 2022 today, also at around 9:30 CET. Right, that's it. And what we wanted to do here, from what I can remember, is we wanted to talk to this guy. I think we checked all of these boxes. Let's double check it just to be thorough.
Shine on these.
Yeah.
The speakers below.
Yeah. And this is also grayed out, right?
Coming.
Right. Okay, so let's talk to this guy, and after that I think we are pretty much done with exploring, and we will just go back to Whirling in Racks and talk to the Union guys. Hardy Boys, they are called, right? So yeah, we will just, I believe that's the main plot. So we will just, move that.
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Everything's still cool. It's funny how he says it. The street vendor assures you. Sealang. That's how you pronounce it? Sealang? What kind of stuff you're selling here?
Only the coolest goods in Revachol. I've got sneakers, speakers, extremely comfy pants too. Try them on right here. No shame, only freedom.
Where'd you get those comfy pants?
I'm an entrepreneur, officer. I've got sources, buyers, suppliers, distributors, manufacturers, wholesalers, all extremely cool and above board.
He begins counting on his fingers. Do you have a permit to sell all that?
Good joke, officer. Here we don't have permits, just economic freedom. Take a look around.
He takes a deep breath.
You glance around the decrepit buildings, the miserable weather, the sidewalks strewn with sunflower seeds and a dust-choked air.
It's beautiful. Beautiful freedom.
Kim, is it true he doesn't need a permit to sell? I believe not. If police officers don't have the authority to ask for ID, or I wanted to ask Joyce for the license to ride a boat, right? And she said that she didn't need to show me that. So I think there's a similar situation going on right here also. Now let's ask it, just to be sure. Kim, is it true he doesn't need a permit to sell?
It is, yes.
Yeah.
Anyone can set up their shop whenever they feel like it.
I mean...
That's right. No permits, no bureaucracy. That's why this city and its law officials are so cool.
Cool. Wait, but what are we doing here if there are no permits? Look at Kim and the police insignia on his sleeve.
If you wanted to be cynical about it, you could say we are here to protect the interests of property holders. I am not, however.
My man, officer, you make all this possible. Without you, this climate would be extremely bad for business. You're part of the Gossamer state.
I mean, my capitalistic side, my, I believe, moderate capitalistic side, moderate liberal side, is, you know, all for that. Yeah, right. Why do we need permits? Let's let everyone just set up their businesses in the middle of the street, and that would be cool, right? Very cool, officer. But also, yeah, there could be some psychopaths who like sell poisoned, I don't know, poisoned food or something. So I think overall permits are useful, and not having them is a little weird. Let's continue.
Gossamer is a fine, filmy substance consisting of cobwebs spun by small spiders, seen especially in autumn. It's safe to say he's referring to the near absence of regulation.
Gossamer State, you're right, this is cool. I'm part of a hip, thin, almost non-existent state apparatus. So cool guys protect businessmen while everyone else lives in the ruins. You can think of cooler things. But you're a foreigner, I'm protecting the business interests of a foreign nation. Okay, so this is nationalistic, this is anti-capitalistic, I think. This is maybe ultra-liberal or liberal. Number 4, then I'm protecting a state lawlessness. I'm not an officer of the law, I'm an officer of common anarchy. Okay, no permit 10, cool. Very cool. Okay, I don't really agree with number 1. But I believe if we choose that, then we will get more money, and we need more money, so let's try it. A Gossamer State. You're right, this is cool. I'm a part of hip, thin, almost non-existent state apparatus.
Yeah, that's the
See?
main thing about you. Freedom is great. It's what lets independent entrepreneurs like me sell quality goods at competitive prices.
See, we got one more real for that. So yeah, although I'm not like ultra liberal, I think I will be choosing those options because I have a perk to, you know, that grants me more money for it. So, I will see. Is there a discount for cool officers like me?
No need for discounts at ceilings, officer.
Seedings.
Everything's already on sale. Anything you want, 50% off.
Seeding. Okay, he nods towards the crates. I don't think that works like that, dude. Like, those are artificial sales. Like, you're lying, basically. Okay, that's all then. Let me ask you something else.
Anything for you.
The food packages you're selling have humanitarian aid written on them. How come?
You mean these delicious pre-packaged shelf-stable meal kits? Really easy to cook, no hassle, really cheap too. Buy some, try them out.
No hassle. There's a little of a hassle here, it appears. A moral
No.
hassle.
Doesn't that beat the idea of humanitarian aid? It's supposed to be free. That's what would make it humanitarian. Yeah. I believe that's right. Number 2, I think one said no, not for resale on the packaging. Number 3, don't play games with me, Hawker. What's going on? Number 4, okay, well, if they're delicious, it's okay. I mean, those 3 options are basically the same. So, let's go with number 1. Like, doesn't that beat the idea of humanitarian aid? It's supposed to be free. That's what makes it humanitarian.
It is practically free. Yours for 5 cents a piece. Rock that tuna. Why not some macaroni too?
I think one said not for resale on the packaging.
No problem here, officer. I get all this from one of my suppliers, an extremely reputable guy.
Wait. Humanex. Humanitarian aid.
Does your supplier drive the Humanex lorry over there? Point at the lorry with the big Humanex sign on it.
What?
The street vendor looks over his left shoulder and stares at the lorry, as though he's never seen a lorry in his entire life.
Look, officer, I'm just a retailer. You'd have to talk to my supplier if you got questions about the supply chain. That's how the game works.
Interesting.
The lieutenant whips out his blue notebook and makes a note. Okay, so let's talk to his supplier. Is it one of the drivers there?
We'll need more if we're going to pin this one down, he thinks. Good questions, though. Sharp eyes, officer.
Where are you from, Seeding?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All Revachol.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola.
You're from the Apricot Suzerainty, right?
Apricot Suzerainty calls to mind an era when the Seaguy archipelago was colonized by Revachol. It's a bit of a slur, in other words.
Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say that you're from, pronounce it very painstakingly, Seaguy. Don't fret, let him answer. If that's, if he will be offended, then maybe then we will be able to apologize. Like, I didn't intend it to be fucking racist or slightly racist. Okay, number 2. Don't fret, let him answer.
That's right, officer.
Okay.
But it's a bad scene for business there. Too many regulations. Extremely bad for an independent local entrepreneur. Hey, why not support this local entrepreneur? You can start by buying a pair of sexy pants or cool sunglasses. Maybe some macaroni?
Rhetoric, challenging. Persuade him to give you some money. 58%. Plus 1 humanitarian aid macaronis. Rhetoric. I have 4 of those. Let's see if we have some clothes that will aid us. Rhetoric. It's a blue skill. Yeah, I don't have any here. Oh, what's this? That's just a empty space here for some reason. Okay. No, this is -1 to Rhetoric. Do I have a +1? Yeah, +1 to indirect modes of taxation. Okay, I don't think I have... Yeah, I don't have any bonuses to Rhetoric. And we are done with some thought.
The Jamrock Shuffle. In a way, yes, you are treasure hunting. Most officers from Precinct 41 do what is called the Jamrock Shuffle, cracking open containers. Most of them are from Jamrock or Coal City, the poorest parts of Revachol, that also overlap with the network of royal catacombs called Le Royaume, just beneath the streets. As children, you would all go underground, hoping to find treasure, and come back with a rat's tail or a used needle. That playful curiosity must still be in you. Who knows, maybe one day the Orbe de Montagne, the Holy Scepter, and the Cocaine Skull will all be yours.
So it's basically a perk for looting stuff, right? Find better loot in locked containers. Okay. I mean, that would be useful. Great. Do I have Nope, I don't have any skill points to further internalize other thoughts. Okay. Let's save it. And let's ask this guy
Everything's still cool here, officer.
about some money. And 50-50. We have a chance here. Persuade him to give you some money.
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there. This is about business, remember.
Hey, you seem like a really successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of the local police force?
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
The man stops, his face suddenly serious. Think of it as an investment.
An investment? What kind of investment?
He raises a brow, intrigued. It's an investment in me, a highly experimental human being. My risk-reward ratio is insane. That's actually quite funny. I'm not gonna confiscate the humanitarian aid that you're reselling. That's kind of a bribe. Number 3, I'm a policeman. It's an investment in good relations with the RCM. Yeah, 2 or 3 are kind of, come on, I will take a bribe from you. And number 4, it's an investment in your customer base. Gotta prime the pump, man. Let's go with number 1, although I don't think it will like convince him. But it's the most funny one. Yeah, it's an investment in me, highly experimental human being. My risk-reward ratio is insane.
I guess it can't be any riskier than speculating in exotic derivatives. How much are we talking about here?
I mean, he won't go for 1 million, but is 10 real too much? I don't want to go for the cheapest. Let's try 10. 10 real.
10 real is
Oh.
a bargain for that kind of investment.
Okay.
You got it, my man.
He takes a 10 note from another pouch. Okay, we are rich, or maybe not rich, but we're okay again. We are cool again. So that's nice. Thank you. All right, that worked. Yeah, and I still can't buy these, right? This is 50
The
real.
speakers below
Yeah.
are banged up.
Okay, you know, once we maybe find some more money, then I will buy it. Also, there's a like 700 real streetlights to buy here. That would be funny. What's that? A sewer grate, a gateway to the river of filth. Right, let's just like look at this. Can we do anything here?
A rusting control. This panel.
Nope. Still nothing. And we already done this, I
Crumpled
think.
salmon.
Yep.
The loot.
We talked to the pawn shop owner. Right, you know what? I think it's time to go to Whirling in Rocks. I'll do. Let's look at our quests. Pick up dice. It's not time for that yet. 2 signatures for Everard. We can't because there isn't like the map isn't open yet for that to complete. Explore the Whirling secret passages. Yeah, we don't. Like, I don't know what to do here. Morale also is on the other side of the waterlock, I think. Yeah. Okay. Find the murder weapon. We have to do this quest to do this quest, I think. Find the booze and drink it. We will do that after Kim is like gone to sleep. Find the traffic hooligan. Yeah, also the waterlock thingy, I believe. Close the waterlock. Yeah, this will progress all of these quests. Joyce's info on the lynching. We have to first find our badge for that. The smoke on the balcony. We will do that at 9 PM. So there's still time for that, I believe. Add even more beauty to the wall. I don't know how to do this. Find government marked heavy fuel oil. Maybe we'll find some, you know, later. Armored gloves. Also, I don't know how to ask the little girl in the fishing village. I believe that's also in the area that's locked to us right now. Okay. Hanged man's boots. I want this quest to like fail or be done because we can't do that. You already sent the hanged man, his body away, so there's no way to do that. Find 1 armor piece. Okay. The victim's tattoos. I believe this is also Joyce, and we also have to get a badge to do that. Run a number on the maybe that's already done. Let's see. We are like right next to the motor carriage, so we will do that. We'll put the clothes in the trash. It may take a while. Okay. So we aren't doing that. Who made the call reporting the crime? This also may take a while. So okay. Report your badge, but I don't want to do that. I want to like find my badge. I don't want to report it missing. And sing karaoke. I don't know how to do that yet. Okay. Right. Really, that's all. Yeah, so let's go here.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out tool.
This is precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Have you heard back from the ICP about the serial number?
Yes. The armor was produced by
She looks at her notes.
Fairweather in their facilities in Bétancourt, sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Semenine conflict.
Mm-hmm.
So, it seems the armor went to Semenine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
She browses pages. Do you know what it's called now?
The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Trinel. And the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
First, has the firm continued to work for pharmaceutical companies through all these name changes?
Hard to say. Their client list is rather diverse and incomplete. The only constant seems to be that mercenaries are all employed in third and fourth world countries.
Fourth world countries, that's an interesting term. I believe we don't have this in our world. We only have third world countries. Maybe you have, I don't know. Okay, let's not dwell on that. A suit of armor like this would have been customized to fit the wearer. There must be a record of the person to whom it was issued.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
Okay.
This is a fun challenge for her, an opportunity to contribute beyond doing her job by rote. She'll gladly put in the extra effort for Team RCM.
Yes, thank you, officer. I really appreciate your efforts in this case. Okay, that's a nice, confirmation. And number 2, yes, please do try. It's imperative that we learn whose armor this was. Number 1, let's be nice. Thank you, officer. I really appreciate your efforts.
Glad to help. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have more for you then.
Okay. Yeah, did you find out more about the owner of the armored boots? Yeah, I'm done.
57th, over and out.
In the
I'm
cabin,
done
you
with
see
that now. Okay, so this quest updated, I think. Right? Yeah. Call Alice back in the day for info of the armor's owner. Okay, so we will do that tomorrow. Let's talk to this guy.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
They're home.
Oh,
relax. He's merely joking.
can't even get a few jokes past you, my man.
He grins.
I've got another haul of found cargo.
Yeah.
They usually get shipped to Grad in the auction.
The
Okay,
man.
we already did all that. I'm talking again to the lorry drivers, because there was some kind of thing with Sidik, or whatever his name is, that he has a contractor or something, and it's one of the lorry drivers. Let's see.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again? Oh, not much anymore. Apples.
Apples. It's exactly the kind of...
Yeah,
Okay. Maybe I was wrong. I believe that's all here. Let's go finally to the Whirling Rocks and let's move the story forward. Okay. I talked to you, right? Right. I believe the music also changed. Every part of the day has a different variation of the music here. And that's really neat, really nice. Let's try to talk to Guard.
Can I help you?
Another thing.
Okay.
Yes.
You're already set for the night.
Okay.
Your door is unlocked.
And what about you?
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Right. Do we have some checks? We have with Joyce, but I wanted to do it once there is right mood for it. So once at night we will do this check, basically. Yeah, and that's all. we can't like do these. And I don't want to do measure heads. Okay. Maybe Gorąca Bułka has something more to say.
The man ponders his cooking utensils.
Gorący kubek, I'm sorry. Gorąca Bułka. Gorący kubek. I called him like he is called a hot mug, and yeah, I called him. Wait a second. Loaf, yeah, a hot loaf, basically, or hot roll. Okay. Right. Let's save it. And let's talk to these guys. Are you the gardener? Hello.
Let me handle this.
The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you.
Detective disorientated.
She smiles coldly.
Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome.
Okay, so you're not nice anymore, but I still have your gloves.
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice.
You're the gardener. You lied to me. You're not a gardener. I just want to know more about the place before I check it out. That's normal. I mean, yeah, let's defend ourselves. I just wanted to know more about the place before I check it out.
Yes, extremely normal. I'm not a gardener, by the way. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
She crosses her arms. Yeah, there was someone like that. Yeah, Leo, I believe, mentioned that. And also Everard, Claire. About Lizzie. Like Everard sent her to the law school. So, okay, that checks out.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
She points to the man on her right. Okay.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming. Nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
Yeah, that's kind of problematic if we were, if we are the police, right?
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her. Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned? The one Mr. Everard sent to law school?
Yeah. Okay, so I remember this right. Are you Lizzie, Elizabeth, Miss Beaufort? Number 2.
I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardy.
She points to the tall man by the table.
Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes, in the way she stands, in her face.
So it's good that we talked to all those people before, because we now have some information that may shake her, whatever. Leo told me about you. He likes to talk a lot.
You are not here to chat up the legal counsel. You are here to question these men.
What's your role in all of this?
Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor.
She crosses her arms.
Do you have hearing problems?
What if I want to talk to you, not Titus?
What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one.
What are you going to do to me? That's a fucking strange question. I don't want to, like, nothing. I mean, they could maybe beat me up or something, but okay, I don't want to, like, ask this. I was supposed to exude some authority here, I believe, not the other way around. Even if they are, stronger than us, right? And they have bigger numbers. No, number 4, I won't ask that. Number 5, why are you so aggressive? Okay, let's ask that, but this isn't, like, weak. Number 4 is weak. and I don't want to look weak before those guys. Let's ask number 5. Why are you so aggressive?
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers.
Are they?
So you were spying on us, and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers.
Yeah, they are just dock workers, but they are not working in a dock. They are, from what I remember from what Everard told, like part of the union that's responsible for keeping the peace or something. So, okay.
We've talked to Everard Clare.
Yeah.
We know who these men are.
Yeah.
The union's militant wing.
Okay, I'm thinking in the same way that the game is thinking, so that's great. Great minds think alike.
Listen, you moral intern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol.
Okay.
20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck you. The tall, broad-shouldered man takes a sip of his beer.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders.
The world needs a financial buffer zone. No need to get emotional. Okay. The privatization is not unlawful. It's cool and funny. Maybe you're just not historic individuals. What? It's cool and funny. I don't know what's like. I think this is a reference to something, but I don't remember what exactly. Okay. Number 3. I don't know where you heard that, but it's wrong. The RCM is principled and strong, unlike you socialists. Number 4. I liked that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Out uprising. What are the union's plans? And number 5. Yeah, let's do that. Let's ask those questions. I don't know what to choose. Like, maybe I'm too stupid, but I have a problem here, man. Okay, number 1, no need to get emotional.
No one is emotional here. Do your job. Ask your questions, then leave.
What are you going to do? Okay, this is a stupid question. Like, what? It exudes, like, weakness, I think? Yeah, let's not ask that. I should talk to Titus then. Okay. Let's look at this first. It's a bow. There's spit in it, reeking of tobacco. Oh, and we have a new point. That's great. You know what? Let's leave it, because I think there will be like maybe some check, and this point may be useful. So we'll leave it. And we have some money. Photos of men in overalls, toting guns and union placards. Okay, what's this? You see hawthorn bushes outside. What? Let's save this. And yeah, what I want to do is look at our clothes once more and look if we have some like authority bonuses. Nope, this is -2 authority. Authority is purple, right? Yeah, -1 authority. Nope. Okay, we don't have any bonuses. Let's look at that. What's that?
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. You see 2, maybe 3 bushes grown into a single thicket over a period of circa 50 years. It takes time for a hedge like that to form.
Squint?
There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside. One can't see into the Union box from the yard outside. That hawthorn is too thick.
Perception, heroic. Holy shit. Look out the window. 3%. Mysterious door scene. Okay. That's interesting. Is this like the door that's right next to gorący kubek? Like in the kitchen. -12. It's not time yet. Okay. I'm guessing it's not time yet then. Let's try it anyway. We might like have a luck and draw 2 6s. Those double 6s always win, so let's try it.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Just black tangles like the hair of an old woman. Motionless. The wind in the yard doesn't reach the hawthorn, nor does the light come in from this window.
Okay, we had 1 6. Revert your gaze. Right. Let's talk to this guy.
This is where you say your bit.
Interrogate the vigilantes. This is where you say your bit. A broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can.
Detective.
The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. Don't say anything yet. First, we need to talk about your attitude. We need to talk about the man hanged out back. I don't think number 2 will, like, work. Let's be silent for now. Don't say anything yet.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Cross your arms.
What, is he fucking kidding? This guy high or something?
The guy looks at his mates in disbelief.
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
Okay, they are actually, like... It's clear that they want to provoke me.
We are looking for Titus Hardy.
The lieutenant turns to the broad-shouldered man at the end of the table. Authority 2. I have minuses from like some thoughts, I think. Maybe from Hobocap? No. I have minuses from something. Because normally no, I don't. I'm sorry, I'm stupid. This is just 2. This is the, like, psyche skills have only 2 points in them. Okay. I was checking that because it's basically a given that there will be some authority check. I think this is like the authority stand-up who has more of it. So, okay. Do I want to say number 1? Fuck it. Let's go with number 2. We need to talk about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him.
He looks around.
A real looker, that won't.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get real ripe and pretty for you.
He looks to Titus for approval.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it.
He spreads his arms.
I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match.
Scan the room.
Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man. In his 30s. Overbearingly masculine. Sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room. Probably mid-50s. Smoker. Quiet. Across at the other table. Hobnailed working boots. Size 43. Gang tattoos. Mesk or Sarah Maritzian. In his late 30s. Early 40s. And then standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size 46. The big dick. Wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips. Rugby cap. Fingerless gloves. And numerous scars. a little under 40.
Okay, the like the thing that I use to stream is telling me that I'm dropping some frames, and that's not good. I don't know why. So if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm sorry about this, because that means that this recording like maybe have some technical difficulties. I'm sorry about that. Well, shit, man. I'm dropping some frames. What should I do? Wait a second. Maybe if I do that. Like, I'm trying to figure out what's causing this. Holy shit! Right now it's bad. Right now it's freaking bad. Fuck. Huh. I've never had that issue. Okay, we have to like stream further. I don't know why it's the case. Maybe now it will be better. I did one thing, small thing, so maybe that was the cause. Right, let's continue. I'm sorry about that.
The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain.
Okay.
In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum?
Where?
On his neck. Forget it. It's not important.
Plectrum? I'm sorry, I have to Google that. What is a plectrum? A thin, flat piece of plastic, tortoise shell, or other slightly flexible material held by or worn on the fingers and used to plug the strings of a musical instrument. Oh, okay. Alright. So yeah, basically for the guitar thingy. It's kostka in Polish. Kostka. Okay. Holy shit, I'm dropping frames. Holy shit, that's bad. Like 1,000 dropped frames? Why the fuck is it doing that? Weird, man. Well, let's hope that it isn't reflective in the recording. I'm sorry, once again, I can't do anything about it. Like, everything on my end says that the internet is good, but apparently it's not. Holy shit. Okay, continue.
Let's call this one the musician.
Yeah. And the little guy?
Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing. In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy, boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over.
Okay.
He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220.
Okay, so this is like the deepest mark.
In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
One of them is missing, the odd soul.
Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
The fuck is with you, fella?
Tatus is staring at you with his head tilted. The man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it? Yeah, let's ask this, but later. This will like throw him off track, I think. I found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us, and we're all here.
He sizes you up.
Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring.
He shakes his head.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
Okay. She.
She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl. Who might it be? Elizabeth? The gardener?
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
He roars. Okay, just as I suspected. The things that you uncover in your investigation will help you in this conversation, I think. So, yeah, let's throw him off track.
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
Yeah.
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. And
he points at the lieutenant.
You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
There was a change in the tone of the voice actor. I think those lines were recorded in different times. But okay.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
The lieutenant adjusts his spectacles.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory.
Mm-hmm.
We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
The man hanged in the backyard. Did you do it?
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
He takes a sip from his can.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
The lieutenant says without a smile. You have spoken to the head of the union. Why there's a container belt around the dead man's neck, okay? Why are your boot prints all over the scene? I have spoken to the dead man in a bizarre occult vision. Okay, that's not going to help. You're involved somehow. I just don't have proof yet. I think I kind of do. Let's go with number 1. You have spoken to the head of the union.
Evrard?
Yes.
And what did he tell you? That we killed him? That we took a cargo belt from the harbor, went out back, and used it to hang him?
His eyes narrow. Okay, he didn't tell us that, but...
Because we did.
Oh!
All of us together. I hope he told the story straight. I hope he told it well.
He looks you dead in the eye. Aha, so you just confessed to murder? That's it, the game's over. We got the perpetrator. Yeah. I don't think we do. That is interesting. They are admitting to murdering someone. So I'm thinking they didn't do it, but maybe they had a hand in it. Okay. You just confess.
Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
The woman interjects. Okay. I'm done with some quest, apparently.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
It's an anti-arrest tactic.
Yeah, we have 2 people. They have 7, right? So we can't arrest anybody. Man, this is fucking stupid. You should be able to call for reinforcements. You murdered him just like that, no remorse. You called the shots that night. When did this hanging incident occur? Why did you kill him? How did you kill him? How does this bullet in his head factor into this? Why don't I just arrest you? Because I don't have the manpower to do it. So let's go down the list. They will probably lie to me, and then I will hit them with number 6. Yeah, and let's not do this because I know why I can't arrest them. Kim told me so. I think it's stupid, but yeah, I don't have enough manpower to do it, and I also don't have a gun, so Okay, number 1. You murdered him just like that, no remorse.
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Chaise Electric is the method of capital punishment in Revachol under the Coalition. During the suzerain's reign, It used to be the firing squad.
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
He says it as if he says it as if it were worse than dying. And Reunion, what's that?
The River Esperance Correctional Facility, a military prison run by the Coalition, dubbed Reunion by the inmates. The origin of the name is unknown.
Yes, but these were all bad people, criminals, the scum of the earth. And that's a naive point of view. Look, I'm just doing my job, that's all. No. What we do is different. We enforce the law. You just kill people like it's nothing. Yeah, I kind of agree with this. Number 4. Honestly, I drink so much I can't really remember anyone I've sent behind bars. No, I think number 3. What we do is different. We enforce the law. You just kill people like it's nothing.
But you see, a lawman, is something people agree upon. And here in Martinez, we agreed that this man had to die.
He says, squeezing his beer can. I mean, that's not inherently wrong, but the law is when you think about it in fundamental terms, the law is like an invention of the society, right? So, but yeah, you agreed on much like smaller scale, so it doesn't exude that much authority as the normal law exudes. Law can be bad, don't get me wrong, but still, I mean, we are in the right here. Who called the shots that night?
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardy Boy without arresting all Hardy Boys.
Okay.
Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
A shadow of smirk passes her lips as she tilts her head.
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
Yeah, I don't have to. One of them was more complicit than others. No. Let's address Titus. No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here?
Who do you fucking think does?
He sounds more amused than angry. Point at Titus, you do. You give the commands. Point at Elizabeth, I thought she did. No. Point at Fat Angus. The biggest animal dominates the herd. I'm guessing it's the big one. No. Bow to the bearded man. Gangs are usually run by the oldest, most venerable member. That can be true. Point at the harbor. Everett Clare runs the union. You answered to him, right? That's also not a bad answer. That's also true. It's the 8th Hardy Boy. The one who's missing. The big dick. And that also can be true. Okay, number 4, number 5, and number 6 are where it's at, I think. Number 1, yeah, that's obvious, right? So I'm going for the non-obvious answer. But yeah, number 6 isn't right, because they were talking about, like, when this guy spoke, they were talking about inviting her into the squad or something to that effect. So she isn't like the part of it officially. So she can't be a leader. Let's go with number 4. Bow to the bearded man. Gangs are usually run by the oldest, most vulnerable member. The old man lets out an annoyed cough, then reaches into his pocket for another cigarette.
Theo's a great guy, but come on.
He spreads his arms.
Titus Hardy runs the Hardy Boys. That's why we're called the Hardy Boys, genius.
Yeah, that's too obvious.
I think you got your answer, Mr. Law.
Titus grins. But I think there is some, like, power structure here. Like, if this guy would answer some questions, or if he spoke, then everyone would, like, respect him. And more so than they would Titus. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm interpreting all of that in the wrong, like, order or something, but yeah, this is my theory. let's continue.
Yes, there are some administrative differences. But on that night, they all acted as one man.
That's a stupid defense. She gives Titus a stern look. That's a stupid defense. Like, it wouldn't work in the real world. Okay. When did this hanging incident occur?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
The fixer turns to remind Titus.
I know, Lizzie. Relax.
He takes a sip.
We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long had you known the victim?
Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Scum?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy?
Titus gives Glenn a stern look.
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier?
Okay.
The representative for White Pines? The same company you are striking against?
The lieutenant pretends to check his notes. Alright, so maybe we can ask Joyce about it.
No. I mean the Pines cow.
He stresses.
The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what?
He rubs his chin, pretending to mull it over.
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus.
She turns to you.
Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
Questions. Alright. So I believe I will have them. This isn't like my last option, because if it is, then I would go for number 6, but yeah, let's go down the list. I think it will be okay. Number 4. Why did you kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
He hisses through his teeth. So he was a mercenary, that's it?
And he stepped out of line.
He repeats, jaw clamped. Shot like a vice.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Semenine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in our bar.
The man spreads his arms.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Hold on, how do you even know he was in Special Forces?
Cause one night he walked straight up to the mic and said, "I'm Oranese goddamn Special Forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all."
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Oranese paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
He points at the stage. What, fuck everyone?
This is a serious violation of the karaoke code.
Right, but what did he actually do wrong? Okay, besides crimes against karaoke, what did he actually do wrong? Okay, you know what? Let's not be funny here. I want to be serious in this conversation. Because I don't know if we will get some minuses or maybe bonuses. But yeah, I think if we will treat it seriously, then maybe we have a chance for that. So yeah, let's be serious, definitely. What did he actually do wrong?
Wrong?
He roars.
He harassed women, raped one,
Oh.
harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
He wipes spittle from his mouth. He raped a woman. Harassed workers, threatened to kill some. Okay.
From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation?
I mean, threats of violence, threats of killing. So there's a difference between like mere threats of violence and threats of taking someone's life. But yeah, like rape is the most serious one, and he started with it. So, okay.
He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't.
Oh, I definitely noticed the rape one.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over.
He cracks his knuckles.
That was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grab one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
The lieutenant is trying to make sense of this flood of information, yeah.
Yeah, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
He shakes his head in disbelief. Yeah, was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted, raped, you said?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
He repeats like a parrot.
Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
Definitely. Right, but who did the rape then? Who did he rape then? I'm sorry. This is a very serious allegation.
No. You're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. And I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
There's a moment of silence. How did you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious? Copper?
Okay, so you're lying to me.
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
I'm glad we got that bullet.
The autopsy showed there were no ligature marks. His hands were not tied. Can you explain that?
Look, I'm not gonna play 20 questions with you, capo. I'll say it again. We killed him.
Okay, so I think they are covering for someone. They are covering for the real murderer. Maybe the Ace Hardy? Or someone. I think also the theory that Everett Clare, being the mob boss that he is, like, ordered the hit. I think that has some legs. Alright. He looks even more irritated than before.
Yeah, I knocked him out. Came up behind him and clubbed him in the back of the head. He went down like a sack of sand.
The tattooed one speaks up, banging on his chest.
That's right, lawman. And then we hanged the fuck.
Red check. Fuck's sake, I hate those. Mr. Tats, what did you use to knock the victim out? Where did all this action take place? Things aren't quite right here, are they? Okay, +1. Strange answer to the tight hands. Let's go down the list, maybe we will get some more bonuses. Mr. Tats, what did you use to knock the victim out?
My fucking elbow, Copper. Samurai boxing style.
He looks you straight in the eye. Where did all this action take place?
Right fucking here. Eugene already told you that the fuck had started coming to our bar.
He spreads his hands.
Yeah, man, weren't you listening?
I mean, let's try this check. Things aren't quite right here, are they?
Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others. But
First, tell me, who's solid?
Elaine, who looks like he might be Titus's right-hand man, the least antsy of the bunch. Definitely not his first time being questioned by the police.
Okay.
This little rat-faced fellow is solid too. Always fidgety, yes, but no change there.
And I believe the old man is also solid, right?
Him neither. Mostly keeps to his tomato juice, or whatever he's got there.
Oh, so the old man isn't solid? That's a weird omission. Who's cracking under the pressure? Okay. Alright. This one. And for some reason narrator isn't reading that one. So I'll read it. This one, Fat Angus. He's sweating profusely and has difficulty breathing. They've smartly kept him out of the conversation thus far. Definitely the weakest link in the chain. Okay, hey you, turn to the big guy. You having trouble breathing over there? There's something you're not telling me. Right, I have other questions. Okay, let's harass him. I mean, okay. Hey you, turn to the big guy. You having trouble breathing over there?
No.
He looks up, startled, his forehead shiny from sweat. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. He looks up, startled, his forehead shiny from sweat. A few coiled locks are peeking out from under his warm woolen hat.
Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
The man next to the big guy bursts out laughing.
Fuck off, Shanky. Angus is a powerful guy. All muscle.
The big boss steps in. Okay, that's nice that he protects him.
Keep your eye on this powerful guy.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, he's going to break like a piece of twig.
I mean, I have to use that. Sorry, big guy, but you're gonna be my, I think, an entry to breaking them apart or something. Right, let's go further. There's something you're not telling me.
And fuck you too, copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And
Okay.
just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing.
I'm pretty sure he does.
This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet.
I think I will. I have one more ace up my sleeve. Right, I have other questions about the lynching.
Like what, copper?
Well, I don't want to do number 7 because, they overpower us, right? And we can't call for reinforcement for some reason. I remembered that part. So, right. Yeah. Let's reveal our ace that we were holding in our sleeve. How does the bullet in his head factor into this?
Huh?
A sip of beer makes the surprise go down easier.
There was a bullet in the dead man's brain. Why was it there if you hanged him?
The lieutenant checks his notes.
How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice, maybe.
Another sip. He's tight-lipped suddenly.
This line of questioning is over. You got the cause of death already? Hanging.
Nope.
If there's any post-mortem trauma, it's your problem. This will not turn into a cross-examination.
The woman steps in before you can answer. I mean, that also can be true. They could have hung him and, they could have taken him out or dragged him, hang him, and then someone could shot him in the hand, right? That's also a possibility. But I don't think that's true, also because how the story is written. The hanging is the most obvious thing, and that kind of meta thinking may be a little bit weird here, and maybe a little bit of a cheating, but I think the bullet is something more than just, someone just randomly shot him. I think this is the real cause of death of this guy. Right. I'm not doing number 7. Okay. So what are we going to do now? Conclude the questioning.
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
Her reply comes sharp.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus.
The lieutenant closes his notebook.
I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this.
Okay.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us. Real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
He grabs another beer. Okay, you have new options. I want to talk about the hanging again. You still haven't explained the bullet I found in the hangman's head. Yeah, right. This is... This is the most important thing right here. I told you already, I spoke to Everett and he said you would cooperate. Okay. Authority godly. Holy fuck. That's not great. Given the fact that I have like 2. 2 points in that. Establish authority. Let's see the percentage. I'm not like too fond of that. Oh shit. Weak when you first met. What does that fucking mean? Discussed 8th hardy. Okay. So the bonuses cancel each other out, but I'm not happy about it. Like, weak when you first met. What? When did I exude any weakness? Okay, game. I'm not happy about that. Maybe I don't have full health? That's it? Fuck, dude. Weird. You know what? I have to do a little bit of break here. So yeah, 5-minute break. I'll be right back and we'll continue this conversation right here. Thanks for watching and for sticking around. Yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Thanks for waiting. Yeah, let's get back into this this conversation. And I hope that my internet problems won't be prevalent. Yeah. But I can't do anything about it really. Right. Let's go down the list, I think. I want to talk about the hanging again.
Again. Just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
I think that's all grayed out. Yeah.
Good one, Titus.
He phones. A burst of laughter in the room. The little guy is the loudest. No more questions?
About fucking time.
You still haven't explained the bullet I found in the hanged man's head.
You still on about that bullet?
He pats the back of his head.
A bullet in a hanged man's head. You're right, Copper. That is mighty curious.
I mean, it is, isn't it?
Indeed. Mighty. How did it get there?
The lieutenant is fixed on Titus.
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads.
He gives you an indulgent look.
I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
He sighs deeply.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
He taps on his right temple. I'm gonna ask you again, why was this? Show them the bullet. Oh, that's an interesting option. Why was this in the victim's head? I think the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting. Did you guys shoot him? Okay. Number one, it could like shake them, I think. Yeah, this could be useful. Show them the bullet. Why this was in the victim's head.
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
The little man leans in to inspect the leaden blossom.
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
Oh. Okay, nothing really came out of that. And also, for some reason, my fucking mic stand is broken. Wait a second. What the hell is happening here? It just comes. Just like comes down. Wait a second. Fuck. Alright, another break. This won't be 5 minutes, but it will like be a counter again. Yeah, I will be right back. I have to like deal with this fucking mic stand that's apparently coming off. Wait a second. Okay, I'm back. Holy fuck! Apparently, like all of the problems are plaguing my stream. Like all the plagues that could happen are happening. My internet is shit, and the mic stand stopped working. But okay, I dealt with that. It should be fine. Fuck's sake, man. It should be alright. Right. Sorry about that once again. Holy fuck, this stream is cursed right now. But we should be in a good place right now. Whoa, let's go back to it. Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened. I think the hanging was a cover-up for the shooting. Yeah, number 2.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
He raises his finger. Right.
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
Elaine pinches the root of his nose. Did you guys shoot him?
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
He throws his head back. You know what? That doesn't check out because I took the bullet earlier, and if you were drunk last night, then yeah, it doesn't check out time-wise.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Better hope he stays sober.
The little guy looks you in the eye. Yeah, that is like a shitty explanation.
No, he meant before he was hanged. Did you shoot him before you hanged him?
Before? After? During?
She spreads her arms.
This is getting ridiculous. They told you what happened. Stop wasting your time.
Don't worry, we will figure this out sooner or later.
Never been worried in my life, lawman.
He crosses his hairy arms, having forgotten his beer for a moment. Okay.
It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there, somewhere.
There is. I told you already, I spoke to Everett and he said you would cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you.
He spits.
Is that it, lawman?
Yep.
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
The little guy leans forward. Very mature, guys. Everett sent word, right? Why don't you push me some more and find out the game? Oh, holy fuck. I would never tell on someone. Let's change the subject. Yeah, let's be mean. Like, fuck those guys. Why don't you push me some more and find out the gimp?
You gonna let him talk to me like that, Titus?
He turns his eyes full of hurt to the big man.
Let's see.
He chuckles.
Yeah, I guess I am, you big pussy.
Okay.
The old man sent word you'd be around again. That's the reason I'm being so forthcoming with you. Don't wear it out.
He turns back to you.
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
For some reason, narrator only read this. It would take an army to bend Titus to its will, but having Everard back up you like that's okay. Did seem to have some effect. Okay. It's still not great. Everard asked to cooperate, +2. +1, strange reaction to bullet. And discussed Abe Hardy, right. I mean, let's try it. But I don't think it will lead anywhere.
Establish authority. Yes. Authority.
Fuck.
Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
First, you tell me someone's been raped, and then you don't say who. That's bullshit. Stomp your feet. I'm the only thing keeping this town from going to hell, and you're not helping. Point your finger. Turn to Lieutenant Kim, I need your gun. No, they will know that we have only one gun. That's it, that's all I got.
Did you already try the gun thing? I hear the gun thing is excellent and has great results.
No.
You're probably right. The others are only there for filler, to make the gun thing pop.
I'm not going to do the gun thing. Because they will like laugh their asses off that we only have one gun. Nope. I'm not doing the gun thing. Fuck that. Fuck. I don't like the fact that this check was failed. Okay, number 2 seems a little bit less embarrassing than number 1. Let's go with number 2. I'm the only thing keeping this town from going to hell, and you're not helping. Point your finger.
And what exactly is it you've been doing that's so goddamn special? Shitting yourself in front of us. Going around, harassing kids on the street. Kids who've done nothing wrong.
He leans in.
All the while talking racist shit. Don't think we aren't watching, fascia. People here trust us. We're getting complaints.
What? Fuck hell you do. I don't do any, like, racist shit. Let's see. Fascist too. Again, I don't know why the fuck, but... Okay, game, I don't agree with you. And communist free. No, I don't agree with that. Right. Okay, I don't appreciate that game called me out for that, because I'm explicitly avoiding racist shit. Like, I won't do the measurehead check. Like, see? It's still there. So, yeah, so fuck you, game.
Fascia. That's short for
yeah, and I know. I haven't said anything racist. I don't even have a gun. No, not number 2. I haven't harassed any kids. I mean, I didn't. Like, I'm thinking more of the line of the kids harassed me, you know? Like Kuno and Kuno S. I think their behavior was kind of a harassment towards me. I'm not shitting myself. Number 1, because that's basically the reaction that I had just a moment ago. I haven't said anything racist.
Of course you have. You've been calling people kipped left and right, inciting race violence in my town.
Hey, fuck you, dude. I didn't.
Callie said they've been trying to set up a race rally, whatever the fuck that means. Trying to get the kips out of Revachol before the economy goes to shit.
That's a lie. There is no race rally. I'm not a racist. Just look at my partner. You fuck. I'm not a racist. All I care about is Revachol and its people, and if some foreigner thinks... Oh, no. Okay, this is bad. This is fucking bad. Number 1. That's a lie. There is no race rally.
Sure there is. Callie said they're bulk purchasing confetti. Ribbons, too. And loudspeakers.
He shakes his head.
And fireworks. Callie works at the carnival shop, you see.
Get the fuck out of here, you racist carny.
Titus points at the door.
Race rally in my town.
What happened? We got absolutely wiped. Let's go before it gets worse.
The lieutenant half whispers.
What's going on? Are you racist now? Is the rally real? Please don't set up any rally. It'll make you look awful.
I'm going to take off now. Alright, fuck that interaction. Implying that I'm a racist. In this game. Alright, yeah, I have still like 1 skill point. I saved it especially for like this. Yeah, let's level up authority. And let's try the check again, I guess. Also, what's here? Yeah, the check is just opened. Right? Yeah, Titus Hardy. Still, I think we'll have like maybe 12% or some shitty percentage like that, so...
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Titus does not look particularly happy to see you. 17%. I mean, sure.
This time it's going to work. You already ruled out the first bad option that didn't.
Fuck you, game. Okay, let's do number 1. First you tell me someone's been raped, and then you don't say who. That's bullshit. Stomp your feet.
Stop shitting your pants. You don't need to know, alright? We took care of it. The law handled it, alright?
He repeats.
Yeah. Aren't you listening? It's done. Finito.
You're not the law, I am the law. I guess we're both the law around here, if you start to think about it. Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm not the law after all to yourself. Maybe everyone's been lying to me. Yeah. I am the law. I have the authority. Let's go with number 1. You're not the law, I am the law.
For God's sake, stop shouting! Stop breaking things in my establishment! Stop provoking those oaths!
The man behind the counter shouts.
They're not going to give you anything, can't you see? I can't have a police interrogation in here. People are trying to eat.
This doesn't concern you, cafeteria manager. Shut up, barman. I'm gonna tear you, stupid hairy head of guard. Man, those are some, like, hardcore options. Let's go with number 1, I guess. This doesn't concern you, cafeteria manager.
Of course it concerns me if you make this kind of...
Easy, babes. What is this? I can't have a slap fight in my bar. It's embarrassing.
Titus spreads his arms, smiling gently.
We are deep in Far's territory. We need to cool off and re-engage later.
The lieutenant whispers to you, taking a step closer to the door.
Everyone can see you picked some wrong options. Next time you have to come up with better things to say.
Well, fuck, man. What do I do? I'm tempted to like save scum, but okay, that's not, I guess. Like, I can't do anything right now. Maybe here once more.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
She crosses her arms. Are you the hardy girl?
I am not.
She says dryly.
You could be Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
Her face stiffens. What are you going to... No, I don't want to, like... Nope. This is a stupid question. Well, fuck. You know what? You have to do something to pass the time, I think, and to like gain some skill points, some experience. So, yeah, let's interact with one of the things that we like got. I think we ended on apricot chewing gum wrapper. Yeah, let's like double check.
There it is again.
Yeah, put the wrapper away. Let's read this book. I guess maybe we'll get some points from it. The frontispiece of this old paper bag features a muscleman in chains kneeling before a salacious-looking woman on a regal seat. A bonfire lies between the throne and the man, casting shadows of the wall, and the shadow of the vixen's headdress looks like a pair of demonic horns. Right.
The edges of the pages are worn and smudged. A lot of people have read about the Devil Woman's altercations with the Hjelmdal man.
Look at the back cover.
The jacket copy proclaims, "Man from Hjelmdal returns in his most exciting adventure yet. After crashing into a strange jungle, cannibalistic natives abduct his only surviving comrade, Noble Tyribald. Before Man from Hjelmdal can mount a rescue, he is ambushed by a tribe of female warriors and taken to the ancient citadel of Cloud City, where a mysterious and wicked queen rules supreme. Will Man from Hjelmdal be able to escape his dire situation and find his missing friend?"
Time to flip through the book.
You open the book to a random page. Man from Heimdall, wielding his 2 Zweihanders, is carving through a sea of savages, his visage fixed in grim determination. His arms, whirling like windmills, are soaked with the blood of his enemies. Mangled corpses litter the battlefield. Good God, this is some retrograde stuff. When was this shit written? You flip to the copyright page. This book was written in 38.
Oh shit, gritty and heroic. Let's give it let's give this a chance.
Berserker rage burns in his azure-hued eyes as he brings glory and honor to his long-lost Heimdalla tribe. From the village of Heimdall, the ivory giant roars like an ice bear, and the winds of Gatla howl out his name.
Gimme more.
Man from Heimdall rides on a gilded griffin, his golden mane billowing in the breeze. Both Zweihanders sheathed on his back. He is off to war. Will he conquer his enemies? Will he conquer himself?
Onwards.
The steel muscles of man from Heimdall gleam in the humid jungle air. Yet the man does not sweat. In meditation, his soul drifts in the frigid Northlands. He calls home.
Holy shit, this is so... I mean, I don't really want to do this, but it seems like... like maybe a fascist option even, but... like, yeah, this is... It's implied that this book is kind of racist, but... I'm done. Close the book. But I want to know what happens next. Sorry. Holy shit, this is so me.
A passage reads, the man from Heimdall looks up,
Fuck.
his eyes blue as the mountain lakes of his homeland. He rarely speaks, but now his voice booms in the darkened throne room. Do not try to sap my masculine essence, wicked temptress. Son of Heimdall will never succumb to your seductive wiles.
Okay.
Thine spells are no match for purity and strength of will. Brothers of Heimdall, stand above the vices of flesh, for it is weak and corruptible, yet mine is forged in gore and strife. Queen Lydiana just laughs, a sultry and salacious sound, then says, I have grand plans for you, man from Heimdall. She gestures her diabolical hand toward an array of potions and unguents. First, you shall please me.
Oh.
Then, lead my armies against the vicious cannibals.
Fuck.
Not a muscle moves in the face of the man from Yonder. Yet inside, there is turmoil. This goes against all he holds sacrosanct.
Wow, this is epic. I kept hoping it would get better, but the writing is terrible and repetitive. Yeah, number 2.
What do you even know about literature? Have you ever read a book in your life?
Of course I have.
This is not just another book. It's Man from Heimdall, and it's done with you.
Oh, shit. Okay, put the book away. that was fucking stupid. Yeah. Suzerainty? I mean, sure. A civilization building board game where you get to choose a nation instead of to colonize and exploit other cultures. A star-shaped note on the box proclaims the game now includes a completely new genocide option.
In your hands, you hold a brand new copy of the game, Suzerainty. It's snugly wrapped in a skin of plastic. The cover features a charming illustration depicting a mass of grinning laborers loading goods onto a ship, while a richly dressed administrator oversees their work. The exact location and time period are left deliberately vague, but it's clearly meant to represent the economic relationship between the Revacholian suzerainty and its many vassals.
Shake the box.
The box has a nice heft to it. You hear the rattle of individual wooden tokens and feel their weight shifting back and forth. What treasures wait in store for you? Even before you open it, you can tell that this will be a meaty game of grand strategy and complex player interactions.
I'm doing this because of 2 reasons. Number 1, maybe we'll get some experience points for that. And you know, I want a skill point to unlock another try with this guy. And also I want to pass the time to 9 PM because then we have a quest with the guy from the building, Martin Martinez, I believe, like his alias. So yeah, and then, you know, at around 9 PM we also will talk to Joyce. So yeah, let's just pass the time and play this game, I guess. Remove the plastic wrap.
The plastic wrap rips off as easily as a bodice in a tawdry historical romance.
Open the box.
There's a hiss as the lid slides off. Inside, you find a thick, full-color rulebook and more than a dozen pouches of various wooden components.
I kind of appreciate that I am, like, playing the board game right in front of, like, this Elizabeth lady and all of the Hardy Boys. Yeah, this sure shows my authority.
Savor that new board game smell. A mix of wood, paper, and ink, all wrapped in the sweet must of cardboard.
Read the rulebook.
Welcome to Suzerainty, a game of economic strategy for the whole family. The rulebook is sumptuously illustrated and thick as a Gradian novel.
Finally, a proper game to teach children about the importance of trade and the global economy. This history seems problematic, but it is important to teach children basic economic concepts. Maybe if I do number 1, I will get some money?
The colourful illustrations depict cheerful workers picking apricots, hauling marble sculptures out of crumbling temples, and harvesting a strange magenta-leafed plant. Everyone is smiling.
Also, we are like... It's like square, 13 real. Like 0.00 cents. That's a satisfying number. There's always like some numbers there, but we are even now.
You begin to suspect there may be a political agenda to this so-called family game. Only one way to find out.
Keep reading.
The instructions are opaque at first and introduce many concepts you're not familiar with. Fortunately, there are many diagrams and examples throughout. You soon figure out the basic conceit. Each player represents an administrator for the suzerain of Revachol. Your objective is to increase the suzerain's wealth and renown by accumulating victory points.
How do you accumulate victory points?
That's where the suzerain's vassals come in. The game features 4 vassal nations, each one home to an economically important resource. Each turn, the player collects resources from vassals where they've placed workers. They may then rearrange their workers, fulfill contracts for coin and bonuses, or build structures back in Revachol. As you leaf through the pages, your eye catches on a sidebar labeled Advice for Beginners.
Read the advice.
Remember, there are many paths to victory in Suzerainty, but successful players will find one strategy and commit to it wholeheartedly.
Okay, how is the winner determined?
The actual scoring system appears infinitely complex, with a series of tables and appendices required to compute each player's final victory point total. You skip that part for now.
Examine the components.
You open up a number of pouches containing wooden tokens. There are also several punch boards with other cardboard components that will need to be punched out before you can play.
Punch out the cardboard pieces one by one.
Each cardboard token makes a satisfying tsk as you pop it out. Soon, a neat pile of cardboard coins and counters has accumulated before you.
Satisfying tsk. Okay.
What? You're not going to offer to let me punch any of them out?
I would, but I don't have like the option to. Oh shit, man. Check out the wooden tokens.
In addition to the worker and building tokens used by each player, there are also several piles of colorful resource tokens, each representing one of the game's 4 principal resources. From the Empire of Safre, orange apricot tokens. From Ilmarat, the ancestral name of Ilmara, grey marble block tokens. From the Semenine Islands, white sacks of sugar tokens. And from Supramuindi and Sarah Maritza, magenta tokens for unprocessed cocaine leaves.
Oh, those are nice.
The lieutenant picks up the sugar token and admires it. Put the components away.
You hold the open game box before you.
Hey Kim, wanna play?
The lieutenant looks over the rulebook before he sees something that makes his eyes go wide.
Holy shit. The average playing time for this game is 1 to 6 hours.
Oh shit, man.
I'm not sure we can afford to set aside that kind of time for a game.
I mean, I want to pass the time right now. I would like to pass the time, like maybe 1 hour, not 6, but... Oh well. Convince him to play with you. +1 intriguing components. Okay, let's put the game away and let's see our clothes. Suggestion, right? It was a suggestion check, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, suggestion. Do I have like any minuses to it? Yeah, from items. So let's sort our clothes out. Yeah, this thing right here. So some different shirts. Maybe you have some bonuses here. Yeah, +1 to suggestion. And yeah, I have to take my shirt off. Okay, I think that's alright. Yeah, it's free now. Let's try the check. So, items... No, interact. Suzerainty.
The suzerainty box is heavy.
Convince Kim to play with
slightly
you.
Awkward in your hands. What?
Oh,
Does the
fuck.
lieutenant hate fun? Is he the fun police?
Who died that made you the fun police?
The lieutenant gives you a sour look. He may or may not hate fun, but either way, he does not appreciate your attitude.
Persistent. Okay, I have another like chance to convince him. Convince Kim to play with you.
Have you tried
Fuck.
bugging him?
Okay, that's funny. Okay. Touche game, that's funny. You're just chickening out because you know I would crush your ass.
In your dreams, maybe. I've thrashed my share of trash talkers before. Now come on, let's put childish things aside.
Lieutenant scarves. Yeah, let's do it.
At this point, plain badgering may be your best bet.
I kind of think that these checks are fucking rigged, man. Like, holy shit. Come on, Kim. Please. Holy fuck. The lieutenant sighs so hard for a moment it seems like he may asphyxiate.
Alright, detective. You win. How do we play this game?
So this wasn't even a real check. Fuck you, game. Fuck you, game. Like, this was fucking strange. I read the rules already. I'll show you.
You explain the basic setup procedures to the lieutenant, who seems to be a quick study. You each take your bag of tokens and counters and unfold the board between you. In the center is the crown of Revachon. Radiating outward are her colorful vessels, each one supplying some raw material desired by the suzerain. Apricots from Safre, archaeological treasures from Ilmarat, sugars from the Seminine Islands, and magenta cocaine from Supra Muindi and Sara Maritza. There's also a neat little log to keep track of your progress in case you need to put the game away and return to it later. The lieutenant goes first. He draws a contract card and moves several of his workers to the Safre territory of the board and the others to the Seminine Islands.
Okay, and that may be useful because once we hit like 9 PM, I will like try to do some other quests. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll like skip a time a little bit and then finish the game once the time will be set at 2 AM. Yeah.
All right, detective, your turn.
You have a few options available to you. Will you try to fulfill contracts right away or rearrange your workers to maximize production on future turns?
Okay, I believe even this board game will be some allegory to my political ideology.
Remember what the rulebook said.
Mhm.
You will want to choose a strategy early on and stay committed to it.
Just do whatever Kim did. Let your worker rest for a while. Try to fulfill a contract. Okay, this is actually interesting. This is actually like a real board game. Like, I played sort of a similar board game once or twice in my life. Yeah, let your workers rest for a while.
What? It's the very beginning of the game. Your workers haven't even done any work yet.
But it said that my like, it said the workers' productivity will be better in future turns. So like, I want to prepare for that. Okay, make them work a little, but yeah, let them rest anyway. I want to commit, right?
There's no concept of rest in suzerainty.
Oh,
Workers
okay.
have to work. You produce a handful of archaeological treasures and a smattering of other resources.
Okay. So, I think that counted as a communist option. Let's see. Oh, maybe not.
Meanwhile, the lieutenant spends 2 of his sugar and 1 of his apricot tokens to complete his contract card. He is rewarded with 4 coins and a round wooden token that he places in the center of the board.
That's a market. It's worth 2 victory points.
Hey, why don't I get one of those? Kim, can I do my first turn over? I think I messed up. Glower silently. Number 3.
The lieutenant returns your baleful look with a satisfied grin. Come on, is that your game face? You're practically broadcasting your position to the lieutenant with that expression. Glancing over the board, you see several possible strategies. Pressing more workers into service would increase your economic output and help you to survive a possible conflict with the lieutenant. Or you could ignore your labor supply and focus on fulfilling contracts for points and resources.
Okay, this is my game face, right? The expression.
Those aren't your only options. You could also show your workers how much you appreciate them by investing some of that wealth in them. After all, they're the ones producing wealth for the suzerain.
Okay, this is a communist option.
Well, sure, you can do that. It's just
Yeah.
not a terribly effective strategy. But then, it's up to you.
Invest in your existing workers, press more workers into service, focus on fulfilling contracts. Okay, what should I do? I'm bored of this. Let's finish the game later. Let's focus on fulfilling contracts.
Who cares about workers or territories when the real action is in Revachol? You spend your turns fulfilling contracts for sweet coins and one-time bonuses. After several turns, you have a neat pile of cardboard coins and several units of archaeological treasure, which you trade in to build a museum. You place a cylindrical piece of wood on the Revachol section in the middle of the board. It's meant to stand in for a beautifully adorned edifice filled with ancient wonders. This is more or less what happened in real life as well. To this day, if Ilmarans want to see their nation's priceless treasures, they have to visit Revachol, or Gottwald, or Sur-le-Clay.
Interestingly, I believe this is the an allegory to ancient Egypt. Like, there are Egyptian museums in Germany, for example. I went to one, and that was fucking weird. Like, you know, sarcophagus or something, and yeah. Okay.
Well played, detective. That museum is worth 3 victory points.
So, am I winning?
Now it's the lieutenant's turn to respond. He moves aggressively onto the Safre territory. Soon, his workers are producing a steady supply of extremely valuable apricots.
And I also finished the 4th apricot scented one, I think. Yep. Apricot chewing gum scented one. And this is basically like an allegory for my ex something.
For several turns, you struggle to respond to the lieutenant's burgeoning apricot empire. Eventually, you relocate the majority of your workers to Supremawindi and Saramaritsa, where they begin producing a bumper crop of cocaine tokens.
Oh shit.
You draw a new contract card. According to the text, there's an aristocrat willing to trade a large supply of cocaine for a number of coins and access to a rare bonus. Amplified music worth 7 victory points. You know, this isn't unlike the situation the historical Revacholian suzerainty faced in Safre in the middle of the last century.
Tell me more.
Well, the suzerain was looking for new markets for all the cocaine it was producing, and it settled on Safre.
Interesting.
By introducing cocaine into Safre under exclusive contract, the suzerain created an extremely valuable captive market for an extremely addictive product.
That's fucked up. That's brilliant. What does that have to do with the game?
If you could somehow get the lieutenant's workers addicted to your cocaine, you could not only make them less productive, you would also force the lieutenant to pay you for your cocaine tokens.
Okay.
Each turn.
That seems great. Can you even do that?
Yes, you can. It's right there in the rules. You've reached a critical strategic juncture. How do you respond to the lieutenant's aggression?
Okay, this is fucking interesting, man. I didn't expect this board game to be like this engaging, but holy shit. Yeah, I want to win, of course. Give back to the workers now. Rock and roll, baby. Go for the contract. Now. Sorry, Kim, you're not going to like this. Introduce the lieutenant's workers to cocaine. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. Number 4, attack the lieutenant and steal all his resources. Like in a board game, I presume, not like in the real world when I will like try to beat him up and steal his like resources, physical resources. I'm bored with this. Let's do something else. Yeah, number 3. Sorry, Kim, you're not going to like this. The lieutenant's face goes stony as you take your turn. He does not appreciate you getting all his workers addicted to cocaine.
With each passing turn, you slowly bleed the lieutenant of coins as his own workers become less productive and more dependent on your magenta cocaine tokens. As a matter of historical fact, this is almost exactly what happened in Safre. To this day, fully half of the former Safre Empire remains dependent on international aid in exchange for a steady supply of cheap produce.
Isn't this what they did in the apricot suzerainty in real life?
More or less.
The lieutenant says, but he's thinking less about matters of historical wrongdoing than how to get out of the jam you've put him in.
Realizing victory is slipping away, the lieutenant launches a desperate gambit. Protectionism. By erecting tariffs on your cocaine, he hopes to starve you out of the market at the risk of incurring the suzerain's disfavor. The end game is upon you. Do you escalate the trade war with the lieutenant in hopes of crushing him with your economic might?
Of course, and also, we're in the end game now.
Or do you ignore his aggression and focus on building the mighty victory column structure in Revachol herself?
Let's crush him.
Alternatively, you could throw the whole game away by trying to build a public education
No,
system for
that's
the children
stupid.
of your workers.
Oh, fuck this. No, that's stupid. Let's try to crush him.
The choice is yours.
For almighty Revachol, go for the victory column. It's on, Kim. Launch trade war. Build a public education system for your workers. I'm bored with this. No, number 2. It's on, Kim. Launch a trade war.
The lieutenant nods gravely as you erect tariffs against his apricots and sugar. This is going to get ugly. With every turn, tariffs are raised until neither you nor the lieutenant are producing any income or generating resources for the suzerain. Even in the best of cases, it's impossible to really win a trade war. But this is far from the best case, and the lieutenant's apricot-powered economic engine crushes yours.
No!
Soon, your coffers are empty, and
No!
the map lies strewn with your worker tokens.
No!
I hope you learned your lesson.
The lieutenant says with a sharp smile. Yeah, never get involved in a trade war in Cylinder.
Never fuck with King Kitsuragi.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Now, let's tally up the scores, shall we?
Computing the final scores is almost a game unto itself.
Oh, fuck.
You each spend an inordinate amount of time making stacks of coins, consulting tables, and struggling with basic addition and multiplication.
Never fuck with Kim Kitsuragi.
After double, then triple checking your maths, you have your final score. -5 victory points.
What?
You'll be lucky if the suzerain doesn't have your whole family executed for such a pitiful
That's
performance.
bullshit, man. That's fucking bullshit. Fuck this game.
I've got 15 points.
The lieutenant looks up from his tabulations. I've got 15 points, he says with a slight smirk on his face.
Don't look too glum, detective. There's always next time. Figuratively, I mean. There's no way we have time to play this game again.
Okay, once the time stops at 2 AM, I will try to play this game again with him.
Now, let's clean up and get back to work.
You hold the open game box before you.
Man, that was fun. That was great. Like, holy shit, I didn't expect that to happen. That was great. I mean, I lost, so I'm pissed off about that. But still. Okay, that was great little distraction. And let's see this thought.
Apricot chewing gum scented one.
Holy shit.
August 2nd. Early late summer. You're getting off the streetcar in Le Jardin, east of the river. Her father and mother are middle class. The nylon of her little jacket rustles next to you in the dark like autumn leaves. Her heels click on the pavement. You're walking up to the gate in front of her parents' house. She takes out her chewing gum and you kiss her. A feeling like electricity flows through your whole body. Immediately you know that you've entered a completely different world.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of this thought because it reminds me of my ex something. And to be truthful, I'm not sure that's good for me. Let's see the bonuses. +2 to perception. Okay, betrayal lingers everywhere. Betrayal. That's actually not bad. Alright, I'll take it. +2 to perception, great. I think my perception skills are like, yeah, 7. It's on par with visual calculus. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we still can't do anything here, so... Yeah, let's see. It's... The authority check with Titus is locked. But it's 9:30 PM, so let's see... The guy that we were supposed to see in this building. Right. Oh, there was something here. The book is titled Men from Heimdall and the Wildfire. Okay. And what's here? There is something down there. The musty smell of a potato cellar in the spring emanates from the air vent. Okay. Can I, like, examine it? Well, it doesn't seem so. Man, the River Show at night is really atmospheric. Really atmospheric. I believe it was here, right? Do you have anything more to say?
Try to sneak up on me.
Yeah, I don't think so. Right. Can I go here? I still have the key, right? You know what? Let's save it and let's find out. Because my, it isn't like great to do this, but my gamer instinct tells me that I have to go everywhere I can. So...
The door to the Weasel's Den, guarded by the Lionhead Knocker, Both have seen better days.
You know what? I'm not doing this for Everard right now. This quest is over. If I have the ability to use this key, look what's inside, and then close the door once again so that the guy who lives here never finds out, then I would do that. Because I'm doing this kind of for my gamer instinct right now. I want to know what's behind those doors. Carefully knock.
You knock silently. The upholstery muffles the sound. No response comes from the apartment.
I guess no one is in?
You're pretty sure the owner of the apartment isn't here. It's safe-ish.
Press your ear against the door.
The door is slick with rain. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you.
Okay.
No birds chirp.
Let's do it. Let's do this. Use Manana's key to unlock the door.
You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. The sound of the key turning still echoes in the yard. Hopefully no one heard.
I'm guessing that it changed anyway.
There's nothing else to do than to leave and tell Everard. No conceivable reason for you to intrude on the premises.
You know what? I did it because I want to enter the premises. I want to know what's in there. The quest for Everard was already over, so okay, what's here? A small suitcase full of clothes. Guests are staying over. Okay, I'm at this in. A book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks lies open. You can almost feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
What's with the sun?
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle.
What's the sevenfold sun miracle?
It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
Lieutenant, the old flag of the suzerain. Point.
Mm-hmm. The tenant is an old-fashioned guy.
He looks around the apartment.
By old-fashioned, he means very right-wing.
Okay, so like, again, an equivalent of maybe a Confederacy flag or something. Bow down before the flag. Finish the thought now. Don't bow to the flag. Definitely number 2.
The flag doesn't seem to mind.
Yeah.
It's just a colourful fabric with a sun sewn onto it. Like all feudal flags, it looks like a children's drawing.
Alright, let's see here. Oh! And yeah, I believe I want to change my clothes to this. Yeah, and I don't have any shirts, so this will come in handy. +1 to logic, okay. Great. Did, like, any checks open, maybe? Do I have any logic checks? I do, but it didn't open. And I don't know for what with Kim Kitsuragi. I still can't believe that we failed all the checks that pertained to the board game. Like, holy shit. Whoever lives here admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles. Sorry, bug muscles. So, men from Heimdall, perhaps. What's this? Oh, the smell of disinfectant in the room. Smells like chemicals.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling potatoes, and others.
Tap on the mugs.
A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable. The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
Colonial mug collection.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Okay, so I don't have to feel bad. Great. Whip out your yellow man mug and compare. Yeah, I have a racist mug, right?
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here.
Okay.
The same humor, the same mocking lines.
Alright, that's interesting. So whoever lives here, like, broke his mug and decided to throw it in the trash container?
There's the missing tin soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever lives here might have used the warden's container to dump his trash.
The lieutenant looks at the mugs next to each other.
And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
Okay, so it was useful to go in here. Alright.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road.
I'm glad we did it.
Perhaps you should break into apartments more often.
Yeah, I'm thinking like in games like these, in RPGs, it's often proving useful, right? Do you really think it's the same person who put the dead man's clothes in the trash?
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from these clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
The lieutenant opened his notebook. I mean, it is a coincidence and it is not a coincidence because, like, this guy lives right next to the murder scene, so... Okay.
You could ask everyone who this person is once you're done here.
Yeah, I mean... okay. I will do that. I think I will do that. Like, I lied to him, and he didn't... I mean, at least he didn't show that he knew that I was lying, so... Now that I've broken into this apartment, I might as well just ask him, right? Okay, move on from the mugs. I think that's it. Right? Right. Okay, I'm glad we entered this building. This flat. Let's exit and let's see if we can, like, close the door with the key. Because I don't want to startle the guy. I mean, he's a racist piece of shit, apparently. No, I can't do anything. I thought that if I click the door, maybe there will be an option to, like, again, turn the lock with my keys, but I'm guessing there isn't. Okay, so sorry about that. There's just, you know, 2 more pointless loading screens, I guess. Okay, but still, I'm glad we did it. I didn't do it for Everard, so my conscience is a little more clear. Okay. Let's go here. Police work is tough. Take breaks. Talk to strangers. Explore. I'm doing that. I basically want to... I mean, I don't know if there is such a thing as 100% this game, because there are, you know, choices that kind of, I think, close down other paths. But I want to do as much as possible. So... if I have the option to, I'm surely will try to do it. Yeah. Okay, here he is. Great. This door is still locked, right? Right. Let's talk to you, guy.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from his cigarette.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds.
We found a key hidden under a stone. Was it yours?
It was mine. My friends use it from time to time to visit me.
As he looks at you, something sparkles in his eyes.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
That's what I'm aiming for, yes. Honestly, I'm just trying not to screw anything up. I'm not going to make things just right. I'm going to make them spectacular. Ignore his question. I was hoping to talk to a possible witness. Your balcony overlooks the murder scene. That's what I'm aiming for, yes.
Beautiful.
He says again. A nearby street lamp casts shadows on his chin, drawing out the slender cheekbones.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
He nods towards door number 28. Okay, Sunday friend. I believe today is Tuesday in terms of games timeline. Right? Right, Tuesday. So your Sunday friend is visiting you on Tuesday. By the way, I'm really digging the view here. Point to the city skyline. Where would I want to meet your friend? Proceed. Yeah, number one. I'm really digging the view here.
Mm-hmm. That's why I chose this place. Martinez is special, isn't it?
He looks away, his cigarette end glowing in the dark.
Wait. Suddenly you are digging things?
Dalton whispers to you, shaking his head. Why would I want to meet your friend?
Trust me. You do.
Very well, I will talk to him, but first I want to talk to you. I have so many questions.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
Okay.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark and the neighboring windows have lit up, one by one. Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush.
Besides, I've got to run.
He's going to leave you alone again. That's sad.
Okay.
Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
Run where? But I just found you again. Go if you must. I don't care. I don't care about people leaving me all the time. Number one, run where?
To the city. It's a beautiful night.
He gestures idly toward distant motorways. Only if you promise that we will talk again. It's important.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
We'll talk. Just not tonight.
The smoker assures you, brushing his hand through the hair. Okay.
Take care, alright?
And we got more experience and a skill point. Great. So, you know what? Let's do this right now. And I don't think we can level up the authority more. So if we fucking lose this check once again, then take care, alright? He says with another disarming smile before stepping off into the night. Well, that's a mysterious individual, wasn't it?
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
He's always leaving. Kim, why is he always leaving, Kim? There's something so different about him that I just can't put my finger on. Let's go, Kim. We have to interview his Sunday friend. Number one, because he's mysterious. He's always leaving. Why is that, Kim?
Who knows, detective? It's a mystery.
He says, turning his face away from you. Okay. A weird answer. There's something so different about him that I just can't put my finger on.
Different, of course.
His shirt. Why is his shirt always unbuttoned?
His shirt.
The lieutenant squints his eyes, trying to hold back laughter. His shirt?
His shirt.
What the fuck? That turns... That's a fucking strange exchange.
His shirt. No, I don't know why his shirt is always unbuttoned.
His mouth tightens, as though trying to hold something back. What?
He's barely holding it together. It's all he can do to keep from bursting out in laughter.
What?
Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
He nods at the apartment door before you. Like, that was strangely... His shirt. Why is his shirt? No, I don't know why his shirt is always unbuttoned. I don't know. Let's go. Interview the Sunday friend. You finally met up with the mysterious smoker on the balcony. He said that the one you really want to talk to is his friend. This friend is waiting for you inside in apartment number 28. Go and meet him right now. He won't be there later. Okay, so you have to do it right now. Let's do it then. A quarterly business magazine. Okay. Okay, here he is. An exquisite canopy bed made of metal. +1 to logic, -1 to suggestion. Samaran conical hat? Alright. What's here? Dishes soaked up in a pot. An empty ashtray. Dates for open lectures at the local university. Flyers for underground parties. +1 to drama and electrochemistry. Party Dragon's silk robe. Expensive men's perfume lingers in the air. An old photo of the same apartment, dated year 01. So 50 years ago. Buckets of paint on a layer of old newspapers. Hello.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
Sunday friend. The man in business casual removes his cufflinks.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason you feel this man is your superior.
Okay.
Superior, but he's not in the command chain. His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man who knows the importance of appearances.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé.
Charles Vildrouin? That's how he pronounced it?
I heard you talking to my friend outside.
Okay.
Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
Hanging? What a drag. He seems like a cultured gentleman. You should ask him about the finer things.
Point at the bed. Before we go on, I absolutely have to inquire about this wonderful canopy. Show him the silk robe. Before we get to that, tell me where you got this beautiful silk robe from. Show him the Samaran hat. We'll get to that. Right after you tell me the story behind the black Samaran hat. Get down to business. Hello, Mr. Villagero. Let's get started. Let's go down the list. Point at the bed. I absolutely have to inquire about this wonderful canopy.
Oh, yes. My friend has a great eye for these things. He refuses to tell me where it came from. It's a mystery.
He smiles.
I believe they call this type of frame industrial. It's very comfy. That's really all I can tell you about it.
Okay, he forms a little rooftop with his fingers. Cold air sweeps in from the balcony.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
Okay, I thought that we could ask about all of those things, but apparently not. You actually witnessed the lynching.
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
The man gives the solemn nod. Turn to Lieutenant. This is just the break we've been looking for. Okay. Is it because you did it, Mr. Villagero? I don't believe. Oh, maybe, I don't know. He didn't do the lynching, but he may have shot him. I don't know. Yeah, let's be professional, right? Start from the beginning, if you don't mind.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
What do you mean, like in a play?
The lieutenant is already scribbling down notes.
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one.
Oh.
That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Interesting.
Who were they? Can you describe them?
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. but they were very loud and very Martinez.
He pauses, looking for the right wording. Yeah, Titus and his band.
Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their profanity.
How many of them were there?
I couldn't tell you exactly. Less than 10. Maybe 8?
Okay.
The lieutenant sends you a sharp look at the mention of that number.
Were any of them huge, like 200 kilograms huge?
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all quite human, as far as I could tell.
What happened next?
I went back inside.
Were you able to see anything from inside?
Also, the lighting changed because it's 10 a.m. 10 p.m., I'm sorry. Yeah, interesting.
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man.
Were they men, women?
All men, I presume.
Okay.
But again, I couldn't see very clearly.
What ethnicity were they?
I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a Mesk accent.
What happened next?
Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly quiet for a public lynching.
So, again, I think the guy was already dead. What do you mean nothing happened? They lynched the guy.
Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything.
Yeah. If they were hanging like a person who was not dead already, then I believe this person would have like screamed or make some kind of noise, right? Even if they were, I don't know, what is the word? Fuck. Incapacitate? Fuck. I don't know what the word is. Incapacitated? Yeah, I think incapacitated. Let's see.
Incapacitated.
Incapacitated. Sorry, I was like reading it wrong. Yeah, even if he was incapacitated, and fuck, I can't pronounce it well. Incapacitated.
Incapacitated.
Incapacitated. Incapacitated. Yeah, the accent is on capacitated. Incapacitated. Sorry. Yeah. Not a native speaker here. Right, but even if he was incapacitated, right, then I believe he would make some noise, and he isn't describing that. He's only talking about the guys there. And yeah, why didn't you call the RCM?
You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such circumstances. I was simply in shock.
The man wipes his glasses. Okay, you were in shock for like several days?
I'm afraid I don't have anything else to add.
Well, fuck off.
About what time was all this happening, approximately?
I believe like he was just covering his own ass. Maybe he's some big government guy and he didn't want a scandal to occur or something.
All I can say is that it was late.
So let me get this straight. You didn't actually witness the hanging itself, did you?
No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
Well, that was a waste of time. It wasn't. Okay, those are all my questions. Thanks for your time.
Of course. Anything I can do to assist the RCM.
What's an official like you doing in Martinez?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled.
He raises an index finger.
The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, but what are you doing here in this apartment? So you're some kind of bureaucrat. What is this international community? What is the price stabilité? Enough business. Yeah, number one, what are you doing here in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here.
Renovating? What?
You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
He smiles. So you're some kind of bureaucrat?
Yes, As I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability.
He glances at his watch.
This is one of the main projects of the Moral Inter.
Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there? Or maybe there is. God, it's impossible to understand whether someone from the moral intern is joking or not.
What is this international community?
La communauté internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
What is the price stability?
It is the most important thing.
That doesn't tell me anything.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment.
Okay.
Which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Below 2% of what?
But not too far below, no. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my questions at all.
The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability.
So he's a politician, okay.
Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Sure, give me a leaflet.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the moral inter. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's
Okay.
too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the moral intern's commitment to transparency.
So he's like a politician who, oh, okay, I can answer all of your questions, but I can't answer this, and this. And oh, okay, I will give you a pamphlet, but I don't have it on me today. He pats his pockets, right. Well, screw you. I've heard about this moral term before, but I want to know more.
It's the International Organization for Moralists. Hence, Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition.
Turn to Cam. So what I'm hearing is that we're moral inter bitches. Ooh, turn to Cam. So we're actually working for the moral intern. That doesn't seem so bad. Well, number 2, but let's go with number 1 because that's like funnier. So what I'm hearing is that we're moral intern bitches.
Doing one's job doesn't automatically make one anyone's bitch. Besides, there are more nefarious powers to work for than the moral intern.
Turn back to Sunday friend. Are you a moralist?
But of course.
But why?
Because moralists believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic value.
Lieutenant, are you a moralist?
Me?
You've managed to catch the lieutenant off guard, but only for a moment. He quickly recomposes himself.
I'm a lieutenant of the RCN.
All right,
dedicated to maintaining law and order in Ravachol.
And you don't have, political agendas, right?
A very moralist answer.
Demand not.
The lieutenant is practiced in the art of putting on a show for one's superiors.
Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable to me. Yeah, number 2.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
What about the rest of Revachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
He gives you an approving nod. I don't think I'm a moralist. Moralism sounds incredibly boring. I want more action. Yeah, I am a more moralist liberal, if I had to choose the ideology of this game. Moralism is the ideology of foreign occupiers. Revachol must be governed by Revacholians. Yeah, that's nationalistic. Democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot heel of capital. Yeah, that's communist. It's like every time I'm talking to people, I'm choosing option D, none of the above. Is that moralism? Yeah, number 4.
Is this option D usually the most reasonable answer?
Yes, everything else is super extreme. It's like I'm living with a bunch of lunatics, yeah.
Sounds like you're a moralist indeed, my friend.
Okay.
Welcome.
Like, I'm not inherently opposed to that.
Moralism is all about compromise and achieving the achievable. It's pragmatic, realistic, and level-headed. An ideology for doers. Are you a doer, my friend? It looks to me like you are. Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Tell me about Sur-la-Clef.
What's there to say? Sur-la-Clef is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS. Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
Darlings? That can't be an official designation.
What makes Sur-la-Clef's darling?
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur-la-Clef. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
Jamrock and other parts of the international zone have been mercifully spared of Sur-la-Clef's love for meatballs and mashed potatoes.
Enough business, let's talk about something else.
Whatever you wish, officer.
Can you tell me... Can you tell me about your friend? Yeah, I thought that there should be like a more here. Can you tell me more? But yeah, it doesn't need to be. Sorry. Can you tell me about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
What's this EPIS that you keep... No. What's this EPIS thing you keep talking about?
EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. Nothing but kilograms and centimeters as far as the eye can see.
Okay.
God, yes. Sweet standardization. The backbone of rationality and commerce.
It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the Moral Intern feels emboldened by this success. Emboldened to take EPIS to the next level.
Okay, but like, what does it stand for?
Why, it stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern as a whole.
No, what do the letters stand for?
It's been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far.
What?
We are very excited to take it to the next level.
You don't even hear the words I'm saying, do you?
A supranational political alliance. The United States of Occident.
Is it going to be like this place here?
You mean Revachol? No, it's going to have transparent democracy.
Is Revachol going to be part of EPIS?
It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure.
Okay.
Except that candidate members never become full members, do they?
Didn't you say that candidate members never become real members?
No. Candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in place if they don't? It just takes time. Time and evaluation.
Okay, I think that's like, again, equivalent in the real world to the EU, European Union. Like, Poland was a candidate member for European Union for like more than 10 years, I think. Like 12 years or something like that. And we entered it in 2004. And this game was made by the Estonian studio. I don't think Estonia is part of the EU. Let me double check that part. Estonia, EU. Is Estonia a member of EU? Yes, it is. It entered right besides us. Okay, right besides Poland. Sorry about that. Right, it is a member of European Union. So I believe it's like in reference to that. They entered on the same date that Poland did. Okay, great. Sorry to any Estonians that I didn't like know that. Right, let's go back to the game.
But we were talking about my friend here, not politics.
He chuckles gently. How did you two even become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insular Peninsula? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years?
What?
Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
What are you talking about? No one becomes friends that way.
Au contraire, it's how millions of people end up where they are.
Okay.
Meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here, and my friend too.
Still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry. Who?
The man throws a quick glance at his watch. Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about him.
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
Fine, but what's his real name?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
So all you can tell me about him is that he is here to study the arts.
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which arts?
He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking,
what?
Who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
Perhaps graphic design, printmaking. Who knows? Like, you should know, you are his friend, right? Okay, I think, like, this is some kind of, Oh. Oh. Okay. It hit me. I know. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm stupid. I'm stupid as fuck. Holy shit, I didn't realize that, like, the relationship between those two. To be fair, the game didn't overtly say it. So I wasn't, like, in the mood to suspect anything, but I think those two are in the relationship. Yeah, and this, you know, this sly remark of Kim's about his shirt. Yeah, okay, I think those two are in a relationship. And, like, he doesn't say anything because he really doesn't know much about this guy. And he just kind of conceals himself in this, like, politician bullshit. Because this is a scandal that I walked into, I think. He isn't supposed to be here. Okay. Like, I think they are in the romantic relationship and that this could ruin his reputation or something. Fucking weird, man. Okay, I pieced it together. Holy fuck. Yeah, it fits. It fits. It all fits. Alright. Alright. We are home, I think. What are you doing in his apartment by yourself? Yeah.
I'm just enjoying the view.
The man smiles, nodding to the window. Okay. What view? It's dark outside. Isn't it rude for your friends to leave you alone like this?
We're old friends. Nothing's taboo between us.
Okay.
He comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's very active.
I had something else in mind.
I'm all ears, officer.
Thanks. I've got all I need.
A moment, officer.
Yeah?
Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Hold on, why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen.
He pauses.
And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
I think he just, you know, will go away because he doesn't want anyone else to find about the scandal.
That's not the real reason he's
Yeah.
so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in underprivileged young men's apartments in the middle of the night.
Yes. Okay. The game gives me a hint here. I'm not going anywhere. I just want to take a look around in this apartment.
Sure. Go ahead. It's a beautiful space.
He glances at his watch.
Let me know if you have any further questions.
I think that was all. Like, let's see those new clothes. This nylon wind Okay, I like read already that. The stony cone-shaped hut looks like a beacon of Sumerian wisdom. Its shores sticking up like antennas. Thank God you can't really see people's reaction when they see you strolling around in this incredibly insensitive headpiece. Okay, +1 logic. Super logical for a cop to wear this. Minus 1 suggestion. Insensitive bachelor party vibes. +1 to drama. Become the dragon. +1 to electrochemistry. Become an addict. In a strange bathing robe. Party dragon silk robe. This silky bathing robe in the vibrant blues features a roaring dragon on its front, ready to take off into the night. A red belt has been provided for fastening. It's culturally insensitive, but only for people who are not from Seoul. The real Seoulites probably don't care. Okay. Right.
Was there anything else?
Yeah.
Of course.
That's it. That's all. Goodbye. Alright, we have like one more point and we want to talk to Joyce, so let's do that. Let's continue our best conversation in the history of video games. Because I believe we have to pass the check. There are like 94% or something, so basically only double ones, or 1 and 2, will fail this check. And it's it's night right now, so it would fit. Let's go here. What a music! Holy shit! Do you have anything more to say?
Give me a moment.
Nope, you don't. Let's go here. It's a shortcut. Okay. Hello, Joyce.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
She takes a sip from a silvery thermal cup. And this music, man. And again, the atmosphere. Oh, I missed that. I've got some more questions about reality.
More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
She's positively surprised. Conceptualization, impossible, 20. What is? Reach for something fundamental. +12, jamais vu, thought complete.
What is all of this? The scent, the sound, the air.
We are back in poetic, philosophical, greatly written conversations, and I'm here for it, baby. Okay. We are home, man. We are home. What world is this?
What world? The only one, I suppose. The world of matter. And its pale antipode.
The fading pearls of her eyes look to the sea.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
What do you see?
Great bodies of water. Forest-covered surfaces. Clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough.
She concludes.
There is a term of endearment they coined for it. In the DeLorean century. When humanity was high on this world. Discovering more and more of it. These archipelagos included.
What is it?
Elysium.
Oh. Name drop. Elysium. The world needs a term of endearment. The world does not deserve a term of endearment. Let's be positive. Elysium. The world needs a term of endearment.
It does. There are those who would call it hell.
What is hell?
A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petro-fascists.
I don't feel like I have got the whole picture yet. I've got a clear picture. Let's proceed to another term. Number 1. If it leads to more dialogue, then of course number 1. I don't feel like I have got the whole picture yet.
Oh. You want a picture of the world? There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit.
She raises her finger to her lips. How come?
Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
Inside sideways. What shape is this world then?
We used to think it was a sphere, but that is beginning to look less and less likely by the day.
Okay.
You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
ORG, Occident Revischol-Grad.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three scientific contributors, they're piecing together a dark grey corona.
A dark grey corona?
Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
Yes, she pauses. Pale covers 72% of the surface. What the hell is a pale? What?
A cold fear seeps into you.
Oh my god, wait. What the hell are you telling me? The pale? I don't know why I'm panicking, really. Number 2, the pale. And what do you mean, corona?
They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness.
Also, do you mean coronavirus? Okay.
I am sorry, dear.
She looks around.
It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here. But this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut, bring us together, however naive it may sound.
A fractured corona doesn't feel like it's gonna bring anyone together.
You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. You'd love it.
She looks up. Another title drop. Well, if you say it's disco.
See? Everyone finds something worth holding on to in this world, however wasted its opportunities.
Suddenly, you're conscious of yourself standing there, on whatever this all is. Your arms hang down by your sides. The lieutenant observes you both, silently. He adjusts his glasses.
You said pale. What is pale?
The pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality.
Yes. Also, I think we've had enough excitement.
Shut up, Kim.
We do have a case to attend to.
The lieutenant looks at his watch. Shut up.
His voice is low, but firm. All she can say is...
Of course, Lieutenant.
She bows.
Let's try something else.
Then returns to you. No, I don't want to. I want to know what the pale is.
I don't think your colleague would appreciate that. He has already been so patient with this whole exercise.
We are talking to her for like 15 minutes.
Let's continue with something else. All right? You can ask about anything else in the world. Anything.
She leans against the railing. Fuck you, Kim.
You could sneak back later when the lieutenant is not here. Unless you can convince him to step aside.
I want to convince him to step aside. Ask for Kim to step away while you discuss the pale.
Good idea. Just ask him. He won't make a scene.
Kim, can I talk to the ma'am alone for a second?
Fine.
He steps away with his notes. Great.
See? What can he do? You're a grown man.
Now, what What is the Pale?
Are you sure you're sure? Your colleague seemed adamant.
Yes, what is the Pale?
Okay.
She
The
concedes.
Pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the inter-islary mass.
Wait, and what is an Isola?
Isla is a Messinian word for a continent of matter,
Okay.
enveloped on all sides by the Pale. Also, isolation, or landmass.
So a continent.
We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7.
Just like we have in our world, we have 7 continents.
Mundi, Seol, Samara,
Mhm.
Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde.
Insulinda, right. So I, like... Okay, I understood this correctly. And... Sorry about that. And Insulinda is...
An oceanic isla. It comprises mostly of water. Muindi is the largest, Katla the coldest, Insulinde the bluest. What can I say?
She stops.
Each is perishing and dear.
Okay, what is the Pale like?
Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The Pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
Is it here? Look around.
No, Detective. We're safe.
She points to the sea.
It begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north, and even more to the south, east, and west. You are in the middle of the Isla.
Like, it is in the march, 6,000 kilometers.
As your gaze instinctively turns north, a small black pit opens up in your stomach.
6,000 kilometers from the end of the world?
Yes. That is enough. Many cities are built much closer.
And point north. There.
An uproar of matter, darling. Rising into the Pale. Rolling. Evaporating even. A great vision. The area of transition between the world and the Pale is called Porch Collapse. Imagine a grey coronal mist. Cold vapor marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism. A mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. It's the most disco thing you will ever see.
She closes her eyes and breathes out heavily. What are its physical qualities?
It's difficult to describe, or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, epistemological, linguistic. The further into Pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension, right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible.
If we are surrounded by the Pale, how do you get from Isola to Isola?
Oh, it is so difficult for us.
Her lungs deflate. Her words sound like a sigh.
A squall of birds. Hardware operating in the harbor. Firm. Self-evident.
It is possible to force dimensions on the Pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude, bouncing radio waves from one end to the other, shortening the path. But it is still hard for humans to navigate the Pale without getting lost, or having our minds damaged.
Okay. An interesting concept, like... I believe there's not a direct parallel in our world to that. Okay, interesting. The Pale can damage the mind.
Extensively.
How?
Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that Pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter. They call it the blend over of the self. The Pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology, maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated by past.
Who says and who argues?
Who says and who argues?
The logical positivists say, the dialectical materialists argue.
Okay. What does this over-radiation feel like?
It feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of pale exposure per year.
It's more for her. Way more.
You are not a civilian passenger.
No, nameless detective of the Citizens Militia. I am a member of the Entreprenetic Business Class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of pale transit annually.
Are you overradiated?
Up to my gills, officer.
What is entreprenetic?
Entreprenetics is the scientific study of the pale.
She
or
corrects.
a recent iteration of it by way of grad. The study of the pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnassians called it the Western Plain.
They had not traveled the entire circumference of the Pericarnassian Super E-Solar. It was not merely in the west, it was everywhere, even then, surrounding them.
Did they cross it, the Western Plain?
There are signs of pre-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years.
What has entreprenetics changed then?
Nothing. We remain powerless before the pale. The only real advance in pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later.
Aerostatic craft.
Hybrid airships, detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended, once you've crossed from near pale to far pale. In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end. If we throw them precisely.
If we do not?
Then they don't.
Gone, like a skipping stone beneath the surface.
Interesting. How much pale is there compared to the world?
The pale outweighs reality 2 to 1.
Oh.
There is more pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping.
Slipping? How? To our detriment, or?
What do you think, detective?
She looks you in the eye. It's shrinking. There is more and more of the world? No, it's growing. There is more and more of the pale. If I had to guess. Yeah. Number 2. It's growing. There is more and more of the pale.
Precisely.
Mhm.
One of the few measurable effects of the pale is that it is expanding at
Okay.
an unknown rate.
So, you know what is an equivalent of the pale in the real world? I can think of 2 things. Number 1 is, like, obviously global warming, because it will lead to our demise, and by the sounds of it, the pale will lead to demise of this world. So that's like a straight equivalent in my opinion. Global warming is our pale, but also the pale can be an equivalent to, what is it called, dark matter or dark energy. I always confuse the two, but you know, I think dark matter, the one that's like how do you say it? We know that the universe is expanding, like it's getting bigger and bigger, just like the pale, really. And we know that the dark matter or dark energy, I always confuse the two, but one of those two exists because of the fact that the universe is expanding. There isn't like a force that we know of that can do that, that can like cause this. So we know that there is some kind of energy. I think that there is a dark energy. We know that there is dark energy that expands the universe, and it also will lead eventually to our demise and the demise of every like potential life in the universe, because you know, once the stars and planets are like too far from each other, then then there's no life, right? So I believe that's the second equivalent. Okay. Interesting concept. Very like original. Let's continue.
An intuitive conclusion of that development
Yeah.
is that one day the Pale will cover everything.
Yep.
But this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists.
It's not extreme at all. It's going to happen.
Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge.
Okay, so it's like in this game, it's more of an equivalent to global warming, I think, because right now we know that global warming is basically going to eventually destroy our civilization, or like very like change it to the point that we won't know it like it is anymore. Like it will be very, very hard to live on this planet, and we do nothing about it. Like we ignore the problem and just shrug it off, and well, future generations will worry about that, right? So it's very reminiscent of that.
I suggest you do the same.
Okay.
Off we go. You see the hanged man's mouth open.
Off we go into the wild pale yonder. Yeah, this is his quote, isn't it? It's the quote of the dead man. Off we go into the wild pale yonder.
One and all.
Huh.
They say pale is death, but for the universe.
She closes her eyes.
Why should we just leave, and the world get left behind?
Okay, that was interesting. That was, again, that was great. And that was very, very interesting. Let's return to reality, please.
Yes, sweet reality.
She stomps her foot.
But before we do, tell me, Detective, is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything?
Nothing, just alcohol fumes and blackout. I don't want to, like, straight... I mean, she knows. She knows. But I don't have to, like, tell her once more about it. About the alcohol fumes, right? I sometimes sense vague shadows of a past, and it's not good. That's also true. I'm getting a sense of who I am, but no, I didn't know this. Number 2. I sometimes sense vague shadows of a past, and it's not good. They want to admit that it's not good. Number 3. I'm getting a sense of who I am, but no, I didn't know this.
Beyond curious. Tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
It's terrifying. You were right, it's Disco. It will end all life. That we continue to persist at all is a testament to our faith in one another. That's naive answer. Idealistic. Number 5. Its advance can only be stopped with immediate total ruthless communism. No. A powerful anti-communist force. Perhaps too powerful, but still, they have it coming. No. These are, you know, political and kind of funny answers to a real serious question. I'm worried, I have to say, it doesn't sound very liberal to me. Yeah. Okay. Number 8, I don't know how you've all survived with it. It's a huge accomplishment. Who am I to think anything of it? 9 is like... 8 is boring, kind of, and 9 is moralist. So... Number 3, it will end all life. Her eye stands. Crow's feet radiate from them. She observes you, your bloodshot eyes and swollen face.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, Detective. If you don't know even this, then...
She stops mid-sentence. I'll handle it, it's under control. This investigation will be my masterpiece. The one they remember me by, I promise. Yes, I'm in serious trouble here. It will be a fucking disaster, I know it, all these people will die. It will be a fucking disaster. No, let's be positive. But not, like, idiotic. I will handle it, it's under control.
I hope so. I truly do. If I may suggest, Hold on to your colleague, Kitsuragi. I ran a check on him and he is very competent.
Yeah.
In the meanwhile, you have me. I will assist you in any way I can, even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
She gives you a slight bow.
Good. You have not passed out from it. Perhaps I worried for nothing. Are we still on the reality lowdown, or should we do actual police work now?
The lieutenant returns. Yeah, you needn't have worried. That was fucking insane, Kim. It was an insanely good conversation, but okay, it's a parallel of global warming, really. So, right, let's go get to work, Lieutenant. Some more reality lowdown. No, I believe all is like grey here. You needn't have worried.
But I did. Anyway.
He looks around, a little uncomfortable now.
Damn it, you're a grown man, the lieutenant thinks.
Yeah, I am.
Shouldn't have gotten protective hair.
Right, let's get to work, Lieutenant.
Good luck, detectives.
She nods you goodbye.
Tremble. The time is now. Ta'ola.
What time? Yeah, I don't think the time is now. Later, maybe. I think it's like an apocalyptic thingy. What time?
Time for the show. For Ta'ola. The hallowed time of fear and disintegration. A countdown has begun. All will collapse on itself. The world will disappear into a single grain of blackness. All sound will be muted. All life will scream.
The way he says it, holy shit. Ta'ola, what's that?
Ulogu Logos. Xino Zausen. Ipoli Osivian. Echondes Phronisen.
Holy shit. Wait. When did this countdown begin?
Monday morning. The moment you arrive in this reality,
holy shit,
are the first crack in the sheer face of God. From you it will spread.
I don't know what this is. Like some runic speech? Yeah, I don't think the time is now, no. This is because of the insane world ending I've been saying, isn't it? Yeah?
Yes. You spoke the words of the palindropos and the houses of Pericarnassus. Items, people, even words will tumble.
Shit, man.
All will lose its meaning in the coming years. That is why you mocked yourself.
Am I sure it's not just a joke or some kind of coping mechanism? I'm a little afraid. I do think the world might end soon. Yeah, I'm going to opt out of the... Holy fuck, what? I don't remember how he pronounced it. Whatever it is, this was a mistake. Let's do number one first. Am I sure it's not just a joke or some kind of coping mechanism?
It's totally also a coping mechanism.
I'm a little afraid.
So you should be. The world island crumbles at your feet, and in the far plain, Palindropos.
Palindropos, okay, Palindropos.
Perhaps. Just a thought. This has something to do with the hangover.
I think it has something to do also with the pail. Yeah, sure, why the fuck not? Let's be an apocalyptic cop. I do think the world might end soon. Opt in.
The face of the woman
Cop
fractures.
the apocalypse.
There will be herd killing. We all become vape.
Great. That's fucking great. Holy shit. Cop of the apocalypse. Temporary research bonus -1 for grumbling madman. This game, man. This game. Right, let's read it. You woke up in a hotel room and started rambling about the end of the world. It's not your normal everyday doom crying either. Something truly colossal is approaching. The gloaming, the culling, the bloodletting of unimaginable proportions. Until now, you've been pleasantly vague about the precise nature of the cataclysm. No more. put the bloodletting on the burner and really figure out what's threatening the fragile physical reality you just found yourself in. Okay, we will internalize it. Like, the more thoughts, the better, I think. But I will not, like, let the game do it. Oh, we are just 3 points from the next skill point. I will not let the game do it because, like, I want to pass this check, although I don't think I can, like, level this up anymore. Right,
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see.
She pats her wet raincoat. And she looks at the ripples on the water's surface. I could use a coat like that. The rain is freezing. Neither do I. Pat your similarly wet cloak. I could use a coat like that. The rain is freezing.
Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels water, almost magically. The company makes them for offshore platform personnel. Very sturdy.
You don't have a spare?
What I can do for you is answer some questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day.
Also, that's like funny that she recognizes that it rains. I believe that the weather is kind of random in the game, so I mean that's a nice touch.
You're
can
back. Good.
Can
More
we do
lessons
this
in
check?
basic
No,
reality?
we can't.
Glad to have been.
We can't do this check. So what can we do? We've done something, and I think we can like try some check. Yeah, Titus Hardy. I mean, well, let's fucking try it, right? Oh. Oh, there isn't anyone here. Well, that sucks. Yeah, and it's evening now. Hello, who are you? I can't talk to you, it seems. Are these some of the Hardy Boys? Or maybe I'm imagining things. Okay, and you are the money guy, right? Okay. Right, so we can't interact with the main quest for now. What the hell is this? Let's save it. Am I going to, like, rob someone? Shit. No, it's just a bottle. Okay. I thought that I was going to steal from this guy or something. Right, I think it's all that we can do. We can't talk to Titus because it's too late now. Signatures, we can't do that. Yeah, dice maker, we can pick up the dice, I think. Yeah, we can do that. I believe it's time right now. Although she might be asleep by now, but still. Yeah, most people settle for bed after 9 PM. Or not long after. At night the streets are emptier. By 2 AM everyone's asleep. Alright. Let's see if we can talk to the dice maker. Can we open this?
This orange machine.
Can't. Like, and there was minus 20 for, like, I don't have a right tool or something. Right?
This orange machine is dead.
Right. Pribor is not strong enough. It was here, right? Oh, I don't have a flashlight. Shit. Well, where the hell is it? Oh, it's here, but for some reason the icon is empty. Well, let's get the flashlight.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
Oh yeah, and we have another like check with her. Man, there are a lot of failed checks that I didn't have the opportunity to do yet. I wonder if I will be able to unlock all of them when they're like before the game ends. I came back to pick up my die.
Very good. That will be 7 real for 1 custom die.
Okay. Okay, let's give her the money. Here you go. Standard antiviral die.
1 universal die for Wirral Untethered.
Okay, and I have a new skill point. Okay, that's great. 1 universal die for Wirral Untethered. The dice maker opens her desk drawer and hands you a die. Look at it.
It feels icy. Just holding this die in your hand sends a jolt of cold down your spine. Through the dark resin, you can make out a nugget of bone hewn from an alligator's jaw.
And that's all. Yeah, let's hold on to this point, because I believe we will have to, like, I can't level this up, so we'll see. Maybe the skill point will be useful to us anyway. I don't want to spend it right now. Like the thoughts are useful, but not that useful. Yeah, let's hang on to this point for now. And also, let's look at this. The standard 24-sided role-playing die can be used to get results. Well, shit. Sorry about that. Holy fuck. Bless me, I guess. Sorry. Okay, let's read it one more time. The standard 24-sided role-playing die can be used to get results for several dice. It's made of alligator jawbone, cast in acrylic resin, and embellished with frost motifs. Looks like a minuscule blizzard is stuck in there. Note: look at the map tab in journal to see which white checks have opened. Oh! Okay, that's fucking useful. Let's see it then. Done. Yeah, we are done with that quest. Okay, these are like, you know, those 3 checks should not exist, really. And I don't want to do a measurement one. This was opened, but, you know, I can do it because Titus Hardy is asleep. Okay, apparently these are found white checks. Those on white are available to try now. Apparently nothing opened. So that's great. Right. What can we do? Yeah. Find booze and drink it. Find the traffic hooligan. Close the water lock on Wednesday. Right. Yeah, you have to call her in a day, so we have to wait for a bit. Who put the clothes in the trash? Yeah, it may take a while. This may take some time. I don't want to do that, and I don't know how to. Okay, I think that's our like cue for going to sleep. Yeah, and before we do that, we will like interact with other objects. Looks like the remains of the 24-hour window repair shop. Okay. Can I do this? I don't think so.
The barbell.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's locked. The store on the other side is closed for the night. Come back tomorrow. Oh, so I can't go out this way. Well, that's shit. Right, so 2 more loading screens. Here I go. I mean, that kind of makes sense that she would close the door for the night. But why does she open it in the first place? And don't I have a key from her? There are some lore inconsistencies here. I should be able to open this door. Maybe I gave the key back? I don't know. I don't know. And what's here?
A thick layer of cold.
Nope. Kicking it will just, you know... will just give me -1 to health.
The bear's eyes.
We are done here. So the plan right now is to go to Whirling in Rags. It's to interact with the objects that we didn't interact with yet. And there are a couple of them. And then to say goodnight to Lieutenant Kitsuragi and drink a booze when he's not looking. And then to go to sleep. And you know, I believe many quests will open because like the other half of the map will be opened when the water lock will be repaired. Alright. Did something change here? Gorący kubek isn't here.
You see a heavy...
I don't know why I want why I want to call him Gorąca bułka. Gorący kubek isn't here. And yeah, let's go to our room. Man, this atmospheric music in the night is absolutely great. Also, I don't know why I have still the flashlight. Let's equip the pry-bar and let's interact with these objects. Yeah, we played Suzerainty. Board game Viral, I think it's pronounced. A high-pastel fantastique populaire board game illustrated with bucolic vistas and featuring odd-looking humanoid creatures. It's the 3rd edition mega setting supplements module and can't be played without the main game. So I don't know if you will be able to play it. Like, I spent 25 real for this, so...
Large letters on the front form a title. Viral. The colourful box is illustrated with bucolic vistas. The cover art also features odd-looking humanoids. Some short, some taller, some with pointy ears, others with ephemeral wings.
Examine the box.
Text underneath the title in smaller typeface reads, 3rd edition, Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel adds, a sword and sorcery adventure board game with new maps and miniatures.
Shake the box.
Mysterious things rattle inside. What could they be? Dice? Plastic miniatures? A fantastical alternate world full of magic and wonder? None of that witless man from Heimdall, fascist dross, hidden behind faux realistic allegory. Viral is no cliché-ridden apologia for colonial violence. Viral is pure imagination.
Okay.
Yes, the Viral setting is known for its complicated system of political alignments. But if you're not into that, you can just hack your way through dungeons in search of loot. That's what most people do.
So it's basically an RPG fantasy game, board game. Look at the back.
A blurb on the back reads, tired of the tedium and toil of modern life? Escape to Viral. Leave behind Isolas and nations with their petty squabbles. Discard electricity, magnets, and boring technological widgets. Succumb to a world of high pastel fantastique. Unleash your imagination and create an adventure of endless possibilities. Discover the terrible secret threatening Viral. Can your band of adventurers save the world?
I'm not sure I can handle all this responsibility. Definitely not, it sounds too dangerous. Yes, we were ready to take on this challenge.
Exactly. That's the spirit. All you have to do is read an intricate rulebook, study an assortment of maps, unfold the illustrated game board, and start rolling dice. In no time, you could be romping through grasslands with low-level characters, hunted by Iskala riders, or battling unspeakable monsters in endless dungeons fraught with danger and despair, conjuring up forceful magics to aid your quest.
Open the box.
You pry open the box. Inside you find a folded up map, a small booklet, a 24-sided die, and a little plastic figurine.
Look at the map.
A reprint of a crude hand-drawn map. The top left corner reads, Lands of Wirral. The map features both small villages and mid-sized towns with odd names, in addition to meadows, forests, hills, lakes and seas, also with odd names. It doesn't seem to correspond with anything you've seen thus far. It's not a very helpful map.
Look at the booklet.
A quick guide to the magical races of Wirral. Create your own hero, choosing from any of these completely unique and fantastical backgrounds. The options are in order of importance. The Welkin, the Tweog, the humans, the fairy folk, and the pygmies.
Read about the Welkin.
The Welkin, tall, lithe, and graceful, with long flowing hair and pointy ears. They're known for being powerful magic users, but can also hold their own in a brawn-driven fight. The Welkin come with a variety of exciting sub-races. High Welkin, Forest Welkin, Lake Welkin, and Snow Welkin. But if you're not feeling experimental, a basic Welkin will always do.
Read about the Dwerork.
A grand race of industrious mountain people. They're short, stout, and muscular, and enjoy digging for gold and other precious minerals.
So basically,
they're also well versed in the art of combat,
yeah,
where they prefer to use axes and hammers.
So basically dwarves.
The Tweog also come in a few different sub-races. Hill Tweog, Shield Tweog, and Dark Tweog.
Read about the humans.
They're just humans. What else is there to tell? They're average in all stats, and jacks of all trades.
Read about the fairy folk.
A very small race of flying people, known for being mischievous, full of trickery. They often lure people into their magical traps. There are no sub-races for the fairies.
Read about the pygmies.
The least popular of the Wirral races, the pygmies, are short, rotund, and dim-witted. Pygmies live in small villages made of shoddy wooden dwellings. They spend most of their days tilling the earth and smoking their pipes. There are no sub-races for the pygmies.
Look at the die.
It's made from some sort of wood and has been decorated with peculiar plant motifs. You don't know much about dice, but this one looks pretty damn fancy.
Okay, take the die.
You place the die into your pocket. It's always good to have luck on your side.
So I have two now. That's interesting. Look at the figurine.
You see a man in ragged clothes wearing a lopsided hat and wielding some sort of a firearm.
Huh, interesting. A communard.
A what?
A communard. One of the leftist revolutionaries in the anti-centennial revolution.
What's so interesting about that?
The figurine is not a part of the real game setting.
Oh.
I guess someone misplaced it during the packaging process.
Does this mean we can't play?
I have a feeling the figurines are more there to set the scene than anything else.
Take the figurine.
You pick the figurine up by the base to meet your gaze. The little plastic man stares back at you, his face contorted into a disturbing shout. Then you pocket it.
Close the box.
A colorful box with the title, Wirral, in bold letters. It's a board game.
So I can't play it. Put the box away. Apparently I can't. Okay. Let's look at the items. Right, I have another die. Standards. Oh, this is anti-Wirral die. And this is Wirral die. This basic 24-sided role-playing die can be used to get results for several dice. It's made of East Seminese shake wood and embellished with plant motifs. It reminds you of plain and hill welkins, Note: look at the map tab in journal to see which white checks have opened. Well, last time no white check opened, so... Figurine said revolutionary. What a nice little figurine. A turn of the century leftist revolutionary is ragged clothes. In ragged clothes. On his head lies a lopsided hat, seemingly an ushanka. Okay, ushanka. In his hand, he carries a little musket. Yeah, it's ushanka for uszy, which means just ears, and in Polish, and I believe, you know, in Slavic languages, uszy are ears too, or some variant of that. That's why it's called that. Oh, there is some check that opened. Mirror, electrochemistry, impossible. And that's it? That's it. For some reason the mirror check opened. Right. Book, Medicinal Purposes of the Pill. Medicinal Purposes of the Pill. Map of Martinez. You know what? I'm supposed to end it right here. So what we will do tomorrow in our next Disco Elysium stream is we will start from this point. We will interact with all of these items. Then we will say goodbye to Kim. Good night. Then we will drink when he's not looking. And then we will go to sleep and start the new day that way. You know, in the Wednesday there should be much more for us to do because of the fact that like half of the world will open, half of the map. I do like think that this will happen. Like, I don't remember much from 2 years ago, but I do believe that at some point, and I believe this point is opening the water lock, fixing the water lock, that once you do that, there's much more to explore. Right, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you are watching this on YouTube, hi, I'm Had. I'm hoping that you are enjoying this playthrough. And yeah, it's organized in playlists, so I always try to keep it like neat and you know, in order. And if you are liking my content, then I would appreciate the like and the subscribe. But yeah, if you would like some more content like this, then it would be great. Also, I plan to do, like, after I play all of this, which I don't think I'm even in the halfway point yet. I think there's still much to do, but once we are finished with this game, I will do a summary of it and prepare a critique video for it. So look out for that. This will be like an exclusive YouTube content. That's you know, scripted and prepared and montaged, and I will like try to make it right. And then we will like think of some other games to play. Yeah, and that's it. Also, if you are interested in Football Manager 2022, then I also play that, and I will play it in about half an hour, maybe a little more than that, at around 9:30 CET, Central European Time. There is a countdown in my extension that lets you know when I'm going live, regardless of your time zone. So if you are, you know, just go to information page on my stream, then on the information like panels, then you will see it. All right, I think that's it. Thank you for once more for watching. Have a great day, have a great night wherever you are on the globe, and I hope to see you soon. Goodbye.